What you looking at me like that for, cat? I didn't do that. I love fooling my cat. I like you. She doesn't really have much of a tail. She's got like a nub, and every time I pet her, it like moves, like wiggles. It's gonna fall off one day because it wiggles too much. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Ow! No, 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 not again. Oh my god, I'm fucking dying. Oh my god. Oh, that hurt. Oh, oh, great heavens. I might be genuinely stupid. I don't know. Oh, it's raining. It's 7:20. I'm gonna check on my print. Uh oh. Okay. It actually looks really cool. Oh wait. All right. Reconnect. Hotkey. My number pad 6. If it'll load. Oh, bin ein Friesen, bin ein kleiner Friesen, bin ein... Eater. Uh-oh. That will be stare. Who is X3 slash info eater? Wait, no. Am I stupid? Damn, that's serious. I've Is it possible? I want to make it. Hold on. I want to make a one-letter account. All right. Register. See if I can get a one-letter account. All right, I'm gonna check on my print. It should be done. All right, I'm not a robot. Hey, wait, hold on. I want a cool letter. I want X. Outlook. I want a one letter. Just strong password. Sure, why not? All right. One letter alpha. Um. Stupid fart. Yo ho, I'm a fucking person. Skip for now. I'm literally gonna use this account once. I'm a person. Nah, 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 nah. I love classic cube though. I'm a person. My wife. I really wish I was privileged. I'm a person. My wife. Listen to me. My wife. Yeah. My wife. Farted. X. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh my god. It's me. It's always been me. I'm the only person who uses this computer ever. One day I'm gonna be thankful for it, but field must be between 2 and 6 characters long. Okay. Can I get VF? Oh. Yeah, save it.
This statement alone is so telling. They're like, the racism is helping them. Why are they against it? Like, are you fucking retarded? Sorry, I guess in that case it's not racism, it's sexism, but still, frankly, I don't know how a liberal and a
Yeah,
conservative
I'm
could
right, dude. So
possibly
why
maintain a
would I go
relationship
for
in
it?
the
I'm
current
gonna go
climate.
for it.
We've gone far
It
beyond
was fine.
disagreements on taxes and foreign
That's
policy.
why I didn't
How
buy
can we
it.
love someone who thinks you are inferior? And
My
there,
wife did.
ladies and gentlemen, is exactly the problem. Who wants to hurt innocent people
So
for no justifiable reason? Yes, all conservatives think everyone who isn't is inferior, and all they want to do is hurt innocent people for
my
no reason.
wife.
When you have messaging like this,
Verify.
who the fuck are your friends? God, this
Visit
is so
link.
fucking cooked.
My
I
wife.
swear I never fucking conservative after Bush was reelected, and I've stuck to that. These short-sighted fuck wrinkles keep listening and being conned by men that are stupid puppeteers and leave our economy in shambles. Not one conservative president in my
No wait, no,
lifetime
don't
has
remember
ever
me.
left the country better than they found it. So
All right,
can you
cool.
remind me what conflicts we were left
I don't
with
even know my own
finally?
password,
And
so
oh yeah, all of them. Conservative men are already talking about raping us all over social media, bro. Okay, as someone who's terminally online, where, where, and laughing about how liberal women are all whales who'd want to fuck them anyway, etc. I'm a liberal woman in dating sites. My profile advertises this. Conservative men still try their damnedest with me, and then talk about how no one would ever fuck me when I turn them down. It's the same shit over and over, tiring. Well, aren't you kind of like, self-reporting that you're the closed-minded one in this situation? Like, how do these people not realize that? Like, oh my god. How many times do I have to read the same goddamn post over and over? Oh yeah, that's right. Anyone who disagrees with them will either get downvoted or have their post
Viday.
removed by a moderator. So, shit's
Oh,
just never gonna
Zoe's
change.
now
But
Viday.
anyway, we have someone who has finally made it to the based god tier. So let's give a little round of applause to them. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and thank you to all my other patrons. Like I said, the longer you stay subscribed, I will keep bumping you up the ranks. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe, join the
There's a
my
nosediag.
Discord down in the description, and I will talk to you
Oh, I
guys
haven't really seen
tomorrow.
one, I
I
guess.
hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.
Break free with the new Opera GX, a browser that puts you in control with a brand new design that frees up even more pixels for personalization and an inventory of
Wait.
features to up your game at every level. Like GX Control, now
4.
rein in your resources with integrated limiters for RAM, CPU, and network. A sidebar for direct access to your favorite side quests, streams, and posts. And built-in privacy tools like ad and tracker blockers and free no-log VPN. Check into GX Corner for the latest news, deals, and free games. But what really makes art hit different is mods.
So I'm gonna bring them in, and then we'll start with
Is it
first Dave.
always 6
We may know
blocks?
him as Fat Sir. Dave explains. He's linked. All of his channels are
Oh,
linked.
let's go. I
On
like.
YouTube. He should also
Please.
get rolled
Okay,
into
cool. It's
this
flat
for
earth.
no reason.
I'm not really a fan of the creationist
Dave,
debates because I'm
welcome.
not
How
really
are you
into
today? Good. How
biology.
you doing?
I'm more into astronomy and
Yes, I'm doing
physics,
well.
so
Thanks
I
for being
know
here. And then
this.
we've got Austin. Um, you might know him as Witsit on Twitter. He's got a YouTube channel. I assume, I don't know, you should have a Rumble channel too, but their YouTube channels are both linked in the description below. I recommend you hear them both out. And I guess we're going to talk about flat Earth, and we're going to start the clock at the 7-minute mark for Dave, if you're ready. Sure. Yeah, just present here. On the bottom. Oh, share screen. Yep. If I can actually drop out too if we need more room on the screen. Yep. There's that. I can find it. Yep. Got it all. Yep. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna shut up. I mean, I'll keep it to. So we got 4:37 now on my clock. So it's cool. Well, just flip to 4:38. So go ahead. Okay. So we're here to talk about flat Earth versus faux Earth. Austin is going to pretend to defend the flat Earth. He will do so with two tactics, which I will undermine right now. First, he will pretend that the default position is that it's just totally flat. Just observe and see how flat it is. So the burden of proof is on the globies to prove it is a globe. No, that's false. All of observations since antiquity
That would probably be cut sands. That what should I use for that? Oh wait, maybe I could use like the actual log pattern for this. That's gonna be a real pain in the ass to do though, so something like that maybe. I'm really good at building with a minimal block set. I think I've only used like 3 types of blocks here. Just birch log. I don't consider like stairs and slabs to be different, but I've just used sandstone, birch planks, and stripped logs. That's it. That's oh yeah, and glowstone, I guess. That's only 4. I mean, that's kind of cool. I mean, a lot of my builds don't have a high block set. I mean, that is just sandstone, stone slabs, obby, glowstone, and gold. Um, I guess. All right. What do I do for this arch? All right, I kind of got sidetracked. Let's. What am I doing? I need birch here facing this way, like the logs, plus sandstone stairs. I don't know what's going on there. I think I just do that. Yep. Do I have a stone cutter, or is my shit just like all fucked up? So I'm watching a flat Earth debate because I love watching morons get destroyed. I tr- but that like I don't understand how people genuinely believe in a flat Earth. Like you can, I proved it myself. I can figure this out, and I'm the dumbest bitch alive. If I can do it, anyone can do it. All right, I'm gonna check on my trend. Oh, I don't want to move. Dun 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 dun.
Any of these observations on a flat Earth, and so he will desperately try to pivot and turn this into a debate about geocentrism versus heliocentrism. Unfortunately, that's not the topic of the debate.
We need birch.
Have that debate, that's totally fine. He must simply concede this debate that we're having now, admit that the Earth is a sphere, and then we can talk about that completely separate other topic about whether the spherical Earth moves or not. All yours, Austin. All right. Hey, let me. Perhaps I should have defined, Austin. I'll give you an extra 60 seconds, if that's okay with you, Dave, to define what flat Earth even is, or just because not everybody in my audience knows. Okay. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. You think so? Should we just go right to the seven? That the Earth is flat. Yeah. Okay. Just so everyone knows, but also that the Earth is at the center of the universe, right? Is that one of those two things combined? I mean, yeah, there is a universe. There's okay. It doesn't matter. Go ahead. Okay. Well, no, that's fine. We'll just go right to the Dave's. I'm sorry. Well,
is that the Earth is a geocentric stationary plane. This feeble attempt to separate the conversations is disingenuous. The Earth is stationary, it's in the center of the universe. None of the kinematics or dynamics, even the geocentrism, is exclusive to spherism. That is just a get out of jail card because he will not be able to defend the claim that we're moving around the sun. To very quickly go through some of this. Falsification is independent of replacement. So what always happens is people don't defend the globe. They just want to ask millions of questions to the flat earthers, and somehow if the flat earth doesn't know the answer, then all of a sudden the globe model becomes true. And then of course the burden of proof is the one making the positive claim, and then shifting the burden is making the other person prove why your claim isn't true. So if I read a book and say all these fairy tales exist, I don't have to prove that unicorns don't exist. Very simple concept that gets overlooked consistently in this debate. Oftentimes we get what's called a straw man fallacy. People say that this is what flat earth is, and they point and laugh, and no one that I know thinks that it's a flat disk in a solar system. That's ridiculous. Hopefully we can prevent these, but these are the typical fallacies used, of course, a straw man fallacy, which we just discussed, ad hom attacking the person instead of the argument credentials. Oh, you're not qualified to talk about this. What everyone else thinks, appeal to authority, poisoning the well, begging the question, shifting the burden of proof. These are always used. Everyone was taught the Earth's a globe when they were young. That doesn't mean it's true. So let's just quickly go through the basic claims here. Claim one is that the Earth is a sphere with a radius of 3,959 miles.
Huh?
The second claim is
Oh? That can't be right. There's no way the Earth has a radius. There's no way the Earth's that small. I'm kind of used to using kilometers. Radius of Earth. Wow. Okay, never mind. Damn it. I did not think it was that small.
that the Earth is spinning, tilted, wobbling, revolving around the sun,
Well.
shooting through the galaxy that spins shooting through space. That is a positive claim. And then the third one is that the Earth is in the vacuum of space. The heliocentric model has the burden of proof for these claims. So attempting to remove the burden and pretend that it's just automatically granted to you at the beginning is not how logic works whatsoever. And then one would say, wait, isn't saying the Earth is flat a positive claim? It is, of course. And so then we would have the burden of proof, and we have fulfilled that, right? Actually, this right here is a specular reflection. Any convexity or concavity of the water, if it was curving, you wouldn't be able to get a specular reflection because it will cause what's called a diffused reflection. If we move on here, we have actually verified the Earth is flat in many ways. Radio waves can be sent over 10,000 miles. Amateur records show that they're sent thousands of miles at all frequencies, far beyond the geometric limitation of the globe. Here we have a distant mountains observed from 167 miles away at less than 1,000 feet. So the target hidden height should be almost or over 11,000 feet, but the mountain is only 12,000 feet. We should only be seeing roughly 1,000 feet of mountains, but that's not the case. Here we have another one, 168 miles. Target hidden height is almost 12,000 feet. The elevation is entirely 12,000 feet. So we should not see the entire mountain. This is a major problem because you're going to have a problem trying to invoke refraction here, and hopefully you do. This used to be the world record longest distance line of sight. Of course, that means you're a direct line of sight to what you're observing. The world record for the longest photo. Here we have a target hidden height of 16,000 feet, and the top of the tallest mountain is 12,000 feet, which means that the mountain should have been thousands of feet below the curvature. Here's another one, 271 miles. Again, the entire mountain should have been obstructed by over 3,000 extra feet. Here's another one, 250 miles. You get the idea over and over. The mountain should be obstructed, except it's just roughly 800 feet here. Here's another one, 241 miles. The entire mountain, almost the entire mountain should be hidden. And then it goes on and on and on. Here is a very important observation that everyone ducks away from. If you look in the top left here, you can't see the mountains. These are called Canigou Mountains. You cannot see the mountains. So when people say, can you see, will you be able to see forever if the Earth was flat? That's a ridiculous straw man. Even within a globe paradigm, you have to admit you can't see forever because of something called attenuation. Light gets absorbed into the medium. We cannot see the mountains until the sun gets behind it due to the intensity of the light from the sun. You now get a silhouette. We can see the Canigou Mountains. These should have been completely obstructed. You can buy a plane ticket right now for 2 specific days of the year, and you'll know that you'll see the mountains because of the silhouette based on where the sun sets. So I guess refraction is just colluding with the calendar and with the atmosphere to make the Earth look flat over and over. Of course, it's a silhouette. Refraction affects light, not the absence of light. Here to address his projected onto a plane. These are literally azimuthal projections. So to say that it requires sphericity is ridiculous. Here we see that all the planets fit right within a parallel magnet torus field. Okay, what a coincidence. And to address this misnomer that sunsets are impossible on a flat Earth and they just go behind the curve of the Earth, that is also not true. Here we see the sun disappearing above the horizon with a horizontal line blocking the bottom of it far above the horizon. This is proof that the sun can disappear up above the horizon due to atmospheric conditions. Of course, we have tons of assumptions when it comes to the military that the Earth is flat. Specular reflection. Again, I'm going to kind of speed through these, but
Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm a physics student. You know what else assumptions that they make? They say assume the Earth is flat. They also assume that is a still body. Helicopters aren't still bodies. You can look at that. So helicopters have rotating parts. They just say, all right, assume they aren't because it's very negligible. Because again, the curvature of the Earth is very small. The Earth is very, very big. So, of course, they would ignore something as negligible as that. It would change the numbers of many equations to not very much. In fact, even basic physics problems, they'll say ignore friction, pretend it doesn't exist, because a lot of the times you're just trying to grasp the concept, the base concept. You're not trying to get super nitty gritty into the details. And even when you are, the surface or the curvature of the Earth isn't like really a major factor in calculating stuff for like planes. Well, I mean, you're trying to dismiss my claim because I said it a few times. That's very, very unprofessional. I don't care about the profession. I care about your point. What's your argument? I don't need to hear professional or not. I am 16. I am not a professional physicist. I took one physics class and I do engineering for fun.
specular reflection, you see that just a small concatenary convexity in the water actually causes what's called a diffuse reflection. You see here in the
I don't know what the hell you're laughing about. It's fun as shit. And no, it's fun as shit, and I like it. And it's simple. I mean, top off. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Of course, the globe claims that the horizon is a physical, tangible surface, and it is not. It's literally a horizon that is apparent. That's why it is where the sky appears to meet the ground. So here we can get into some of the specifics here, but of course, also on a globe, the horizon should drop down and away from you as you increase altitude. What we see in reality is it rises with us, which is a major problem. So long story short, the entire globe model depends on the accuracy of the plane radius value, and if that radius value is wrong, the entire model is wrong. So, in closing, what I'm going to say is, again, falsifications independent of replacement. The literal default position is that the Earth is a stationary plane. The globe says, well, yeah, but it's so big it looks flat, and it's so
Yes.
big that based on the angular rate of motion, you can't tell that it's moving. Could that be true in theory? Sure.
It is true.
A concession that the default position, based on empirical evidence and observation, is that the Earth is a stationary topographical plane, hence why we utilize it as such for all military technology, etc. Therefore, to make a claim that everything is antithetical to that, you objectively and logically have the burden of proof.
So saying objectively and logically doesn't make you logical. You're very illogical.
Throughout the debate, hopefully. Yeah, very good.
Okay, thank you for the opener. I want to give you both. What do you think? I assume there's one or two things that both of you have said or that strongly disagree with. Other. Do you want me to open it up to just give you both a 5-minute period for rebuttal? No, or do you just want to leave it open? Can dig into it. Okay. Why don't? What was the first particular topic maybe Dave you want to poke around?
Well, Austin is denying this idea. He's insisting that the default position is the flat plane, empirically, observably, everything observable. Okay, so explain the observations from antiquity that I told you. How are you getting the sky to rotate in opposite directions depending on where you're standing? Let's start with there. How observable is that? How does that fit?
Yeah, this is what always happens. Instead of providing evidence that the surface is curving, you're saying, well, what if it's not? Then how does this happen?
No curved surface. You said the default position, flat plane. I'm asking you on your flat plane, explain the observations of the celestial sphere. In the north, you get counterclockwise rotation. In the south, you get clockwise rotation. Explain that to me on your default flat plane. Explain it.
Yeah, so the counterclockwise and clockwise direction is super simple. It's based on looking different directions. Your better question is, why does it go around a singular point, is what you're trying to say.
No. I'm asking about the direction.
It just looking opposite directions and make them go the opposite directions. They all go east and west.
If you put a clock on your ceiling,
not analogous. The stars
No,
drop
it is.
and
It is though, because the hands
stars-
on a clock, the hands on a clock.
you don't get it.
Right?
You don't get it. The stars drop due to perspective, so we're actually looking out towards them, not directly up.
It depends on your latitude, right? Depends on your latitude. If you're at the equator, they're going from horizon to horizon.
Wait, do you agree that if I was looking out, something was spinning one way, and then I looked at it from the other direction, it looked like it was spinning the opposite
No,
way?
it
Yes.
wouldn't.
No.
That's why
It
I
wouldn't.
said, you just said, if I put a clock on the ceiling, right? Which way? I'm asking you, which way? You just said if something is spinning one way and you look a different way, it'll spin another way. So I'm asking you, put a clock on the ceiling. Which way can you face? That'll make the hands appear to go counterclockwise.
You obviously don't comprehend what I'm saying, Dave.
If you don't understand what I'm saying.
But do you agree that things will appear to drop due to perspective?
Why are you talking about perspective? I'm talking
Because you don't understand it. So if
you're trying to obfuscate.
no, I'm not. If the stars are above me
Let me help
on my plane and I look out, they're gonna look like they're dropping down, which means I'm looking out at. You don't even understand basic stuff.
Look at this. Hang on. Listen. Which way is this turning? Which way is this going? Which way is this going?
I don't know. Which way is it going?
Yeah, which way is it turning?
Who cares? What is the? Why are you obfuscating away from
Going
what I'm saying?
counterclockwise? No, I'm talking about exactly what I'm talking about. Is this going clockwise or counterclockwise? Come on, just give me the answer, buddy. You can see it.
To be fair, the webcam is mirrored, so it might be.
Oh, it is?
I think so. So
Well, I don't know, and I don't. What's
No,
the
I see it going counterclockwise. I see it going counterclockwise.
yeah, that's how.
That's going counterclockwise, right? Just say it, Austin. Just say it.
It looks like that, yeah.
Run a business.
You need to.
Is it or sorry? Is it or is it not? It's a yes or no question. It's not that. It looks it's gonna go.
Dunkin' refreshers. Available in mango pineapple. All new tropical guava. And strawberry dragon fruit. Get a medium for $3. $3? That's refreshing.
Yeah. Okay, so we keep it turning.
You think I don't understand the concept?
No, I'm showing you, and I'm showing all the viewers. Which way is this going now?
We all get the concept.
Going clockwise. So if you're standing up here and you look at the sky, you see it rotating counterclockwise. If you're down here, you see it rotating clockwise. So admit that this phenomenon makes perfect sense on a globe, and on a flat Earth it doesn't, which is why you're rambling about perspective and all these other things.
No, there was no rambling. You incessantly interrupted me explaining it because you know you can't actually allow me to say.
Okay, let me.
I'm not.
Let me try this. This is okay. Can we start with? Because you guys are both super familiar with this. Let me toss out. Let me so people can dip a toe. One of the biggest conversations that goes back and forth. Both of you talked about this in your videos. Is in a flat Earth. Dave's video points out that there are some issues where, for example, the sun is coming around, right? And we know because we live here that one area of the world is in perpetual light, the other is in perpetual dark. This would be non-congruent with the flat Earth. So, what is the flat Earth position? Am I describing that fairly, Dave? I'm over.
Sure. The flat Earth cannot explain the region. That was my second point. That it cannot explain the region.
That's what I'm trying to remember. Yeah. Okay. So what is
The regions of illumination, the parts of the Earth that are day or night at any given time.
Yeah, but I know you know the
All right, time to check our print.
So the answer is that if you're facing the sun, it's day, and if you're not, it's night. That's the answer.
Dude, Dave, I'm gonna enlighten you, bro. If you don't allow the other person's point to be made, you didn't win anything. No matter how much coping is going on in the chat.
For you to make a point. Go ahead.
Okay, it's called a coffee cup caustic. It's a literal physical effect that can be replicated. The light will actually bend around the rim of any type of containment. It can literally be demonstrated and shown to perfectly replicate the seasons, the perfect light distribution on a planar. You're objectively wrong. You've had this presented to you, and now you're back here in front of people pretending you don't know what it is.
Who has presented this to me?
Dave Weiss did. I watched it.
No, Weiss floundered like a buffoon. That's why you guys all call him controlled opposition now. If you could demonstrate this, you'd all have videos demonstrating
Coffee.
this.
There are literally hundreds of them.
No. I'm not talking about, shine it and, it kind of does a thing, sort of. I'm talking about show the precise regions of day and night
over several month period, right? Have it exactly precisely aligned with where
It's literally been done multiple times, Dave.
So what's it gonna be claimed to me? Because I've never seen it.
Yeah. Okay. So okay, hold on. Austin, give him a second to explain the side. So you're saying what most people see is that the daylight is predictable. Daylight nightlight is predictable based on what is believed that the orbit, the current belief about the Earth's orbit. In a flat Earth, yeah, the rotation, yeah. In a flat Earth, just let him finish. Dave, you get 2 minutes. Can you describe?
Oh, me? What?
No, sorry. I'm going to shoot it back to you for 2 minutes, but give Austin 2 minutes to describe what he's talking. Because I just want you guys to remember, like, the audience doesn't know what coffee cup, whatever it is, right? So remember. Okay, but remember, you're talking to like normies.
Sure. Okay, so
that's what I'm asking. So Austin, you have 2 minutes. Describe. We talked about how the sunlight stuff goes on. So 2 minutes, and then Dave, you get 2 minutes.
Okay. So if you type in coffee cup caustic, which I will literally look, I'll share the screen. And Dave has been shown this in his debate.
Stay on point, though. Stay on point.
Oh, okay. I am.
Answer my question. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just Google coffee cup caustic. If I have a coffee cup, if I took the lid off of my coffee cup, and then I
Ding, ding, ding. Oh my god. I need to lock in. Let's get back to work on this build.
Lights off, and since the windows are open, I can't. So it's very simple to explain it. There you go. It wraps around. Now, if you apply this to a flat Earth, you will be able to perfectly replicate the distribution of light that gives us day and night, depending on the proximity of the source of light. It's easily done. Everyone knows that, and you can look it up. If you're new to that, that's fine, but just look it up, right? And the way that we determine sunset time is with the equation of time, which uses the apparent sun. It uses the mean of the apparent sun. So we don't even use the globe model and a physical location of the sun to determine sunset time or day and night distribution. In the real world, we use the equation of time. So you can replicate this on a flat Earth. It goes in the globe Earth and flat Earth test. It isn't exclusive to either one.
Now, how does this? And I'm going to kick it over to Dave after this question, but I've watched his debunk video, which is a little bit older, but has a zillion views, so congrats on that. But there's like, let's say you have this coffee cup caustic, right? And his claim is that there's like perpetual night, daylight in this spot and perpetual night in this spot, right? Dave, am I representing that accurately?
Yes, near the solstices, there are places with 24-hour night and 24-hour day.
So how does that figure into this?
Yeah. Look, okay, I'll share the screen so everyone can see it.
Okay.
Does that work? We'll just do that. So, so I don't gotta find which one it is.
What am I making? Am I stupid? Oh wait, I need like birch. What am I doing? Oh my god. I'm genuinely retarded. I'm making the arch. Okay. Arch that back, bitch. Fucking no. Probably that. That.
You're him, the one they called the Baba Yaga.
The John Wick franchise.
Actually, a better idea would probably be this.
Cool.
Here we go. Okay.
I got you.
Okay. If you see here, this is a demonstration of the coffee cup caustic. Okay? That's what this is. So if you look, put a dome over the top of the flat Earth, you're going to take a light source. It's going to give you see the distribution of the equinoxes and the solstice right there below it. Now watch what the light does. Now look at it wrap all the way around the outside. Okay, this is called coffee cup caustic, meaning if there was a container on the Earth, it would literally have to do this. It would have to do this. And yes, all the mathematics has been shown, and I could pull that up if I need to.
Well,
so the math has been shown.
I want to give, while you pull that up, I'm going to give Dave 3 minutes to respond because we went over. So I want to give Dave, I'm like, I'm kind of keeping it rough, but, just trying to keep something. So I want to let Dave respond.
Yeah, I don't need 3 minutes. It doesn't perfectly match. It's just a very hackneyed demonstration that kind of sort of makes a shape. They're not showing any kind of actual model that directly correlates with all the positions. So number one, it absolutely does not correlate with the times of day and night. It doesn't do it. But
it also creates gigantic problems because in order to get this, you're pretending that there's this dome, magical dome, or whatever the hell you're talking about that's giving this effect, which number one isn't there, right? You cannot demonstrate that this dome is there. But number two, it creates other problems because if you're saying that the sun is outside of this dome, then you don't get to have the sun inside the dome for the magical explanation for tides and all these other things that don't make sense on a flat earth that you're pretending that the sun and the moon do, right?
Yeah, now when Dave mentions this is another point of contention. I just, you guys are going at it, but I just want to keep everyone else in the loop. There is one of the point of contention is whether or not in the flat Earth model, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, is whether or not the sun is inside or outside of this hypothetical dome. Because in one case, it's responsible for the tides and this, that, and the other, and then the other case, it's responsible. What is the tides and what is
storms, everything?
Yeah,
Coriolis. What is the rotate in opposite directions depending on the hemisphere? Everything.
Oh my gosh. So okay, all right. So
Don't know what gas me, boy.
Go ahead, respond to that.
Okay. Yeah. So we don't know what's above us because you can't freely just shoot stuff up as high as you want to. Okay. And GPS cuts off over a certain height, it's all militarized. But there could be layers to it. I don't know if you've ever thought of that, Dave, but there could just be layers. There could be multiple layers. And yeah, we know the sun affects things here. Tides don't work. You just get it out. Tides don't even work in your model. You can look up a paper by Harvard paper, a century of tidal theory failures.
I just got a gift.
Okay, but this was if the whole debate is just, hey, let's just start spamming Austin with questions of how would this work on a flat Earth. That's not a debate. You're supposed to support but claim the Earth's a spinning ball. I showed direct falsification of it in my PowerPoint. So avoiding that is
the rotation of the night sky depending on latitude, and you can't answer. You just say the word perspective and run away.
So, Joe, I got 3 words out and you interrupted.
No. Okay, so answer. That's all you can do. You remember we did the whole thing with the clock on the ceiling, and you have no idea what you're talking about. You said that.
Fellas, let me do. Okay, I'll play ball. I think that's fair. Why don't I give Dave and Austin both blocks of time? Dave, defend your position. 5 minutes enough, you think?
No, we don't need to. I mean, longer chunks of time are just time for word salads, right? We need to actually.
All right, defend that the Earth is a globe, and then when you're done, I'll pass it to Austin.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look,
that's what you're asking for, Austin, right? So I'm gonna do that.
I want him to rebut the specific falsification of the globe, where we see things from hundreds of miles away that should be obstructed by literal miles of vertical curvature and cool silhouettes.
Let's check on our prints.
And the answer is.
Kazakhstan is my country. It's next to Tajik, Kyrgyzstan, and asshole Uzbekistan. Kazakhstan has many problems, such as social, economic, and Jew. Like social, economic, and Jew. I love Borat. Asshole
Sir,
Uzbekistan.
they're all lies. Every time you do a picture like that, you're lying about the distance, you're lying about the elevation, right? The altitude from which the picture is taken. You're just lying, right? All of
What
these
is that?
things.
What is the picture you talk about? Is this a picture where it's like, oh, here's a mountain that's
They just take pictures and like, look at this thing that's so far away we shouldn't be able to see it, or like, here's the Chicago skyline from across the lake. Well, we shouldn't be able to see it. They're just always lying. They're just lying about the distance. They're lying about various.
Bro, those were everyone I showed was from a professional photography website that has nothing to do with flat Earth, but all the information listed. Your model doesn't claim that the distances are wrong. That isn't your model's answer.
No, you guys just lie. You guys just lie. That's all it is. You just lie about how far away things are and how high.
It's a professional photography website. It's nothing to do with flat Earth.
Well,
share one so people can see what you guys are talking about?
yeah,
Sure. Anyone you want, as long as Dave agrees that it looks good. Share one that you think awesome, that you think. I'm trying to, share one that you think supports your position, and then Dave can debunk the photo, or he can share his criticism of the photo. And while he's looking that up, I want to give everyone a chance, let you know. I'm joined here by two creators, two commentators, both Witsit Gets It Done on YouTube, linked in the description to YouTube at Witsit, and as well as Professor Dave. Also enjoyed your Transpower video because I think he actually is legitimately insane, but that I don't know. But the
expected the virality on that one, yeah.
yeah, that was all right. Yeah, but both guys create content. One of the people in this room are banned from Twitter. I don't want to name names, but the otherwise you can find them on Twitter or Dave. Is there somewhere else where you want people to look for your stuff other than okay, YouTube?
One of these guys in the room is also propped up by all the algorithms.
Right.
Yeah, I make popular content, man. I make popular content because it's funny.
You're prioritized by the algorithm.
I'm things that people like to watch are prioritized by the algorithm.
If I Google
nobody
Witsit Gets It, you come up.
So few people are stupid enough to fall for a flat Earth, so nobody watches you guys.
Dave, listen.
Interesting.
If I YouTube Witsit Gets It geocentrism, a literal stream I did, you pop up. Can you explain to me why you're popping up when I search for me? Okay, let's not play games.
Try it.
Yeah, YouTube admitted in Congress they deprioritize flat Earth content because it's misinformation. So
Exactly, because it is. An asshole Uzbekistan. Borat. This suit is black. Pause. Not.
Yeah, I don't get it. I got if the Earth is flat, what's under it? Sure. Yeah,
That's what I got.
from Earth's
of
perspective.
course, because it's heavily censored. It doesn't mean it's true, but we don't have to play this game that you're not propped up.
Just recommends popular content, but I make very good, informative, educational content.
Look at that! What did you wait? Go down! What do you have to do with Witsit Gets It geocentrism? What does your video have to do with it? You just proved my point live for the whole entire audience.
Maybe I put the keyword geocentrism in there. I don't even remember what my keywords are.
No, you didn't.
You don't know. You don't know what my keywords are.
I know for a fact you didn't. So anyway,
you're not even access to my YouTube.
Because I tested this because you're the #1 propped up anti-flat Earth. Dude, they admitted in Congress that
Am I stupid?
misinformation, so they deprioritize it and they prioritize the information correcting the misinformation.
My wife.
According to them, so they prioritize.
Am I dumb?
You get Professor Dave. Okay, we all know that content blows the rest of your content out. That's why you got so many tens of millions of views.
Look, I have 1,500 tutorials. Do we really want to talk about my education?
No, bro, I'm not even. I hope good luck, brother. I'm not hating on your success. I'm just pointing out.
No, you definitely.
I'm literally not, dude. If you make $400 million, I don't care. I wish you would. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I'm just pointing out, bro. I'm just pointing out the objective fact that it's too far.
Awesome. I love you. Now, here's a picture that Austin shared. Nobody denies that this picture exists. Austin, what do you say this is showing? Now, remember, I keep bringing it back because people who are watching aren't as balls deep as you guys both are on the topic. You know what I mean? Sure. This is just a picture to me. What does this show?
Okay, so this was the world
I watched
record
far
time
that with my father,
for the longest line of sight.
my wife. I'm going insane.
This is a mountain called Pic Gaspard. Okay, and it was so now on a globe. If I look out, the Earth should be curving and blocking things in the distance.
That's really cool looking. Holy shit.
Around the corner, right?
My wife.
It's like looking at a hill. So if based on your height,
Taken at 12,000 feet, though, right?
correct, right? So what you do is you pull up Earth curve calculator, you put the observer height in,
Okay.
and then it'll tell you where the horizon will be, and it'll tell you how much of the target hidden height there is. So this is from the Earth curve calculator, official calculator, and if you look at it, the observer was 9,000 feet up. The target hidden height, meaning how much Earth curvature should be there, is 16,000 feet. The top of the tallest part of the mountain is only 12,000 feet. That means the top of that mountain should be 4,000 feet below Earth curvature.
Okay, and then Dave, what do you say to that?
Two things. One, I cannot verify any of those numbers. Those could absolutely be fabricated by you. And number two, we're not doing any of the math. So those are two things that are not being verified. So instead, let's talk about something purely conceptual and intuitive. Why can we see farther with elevation?
On the screen. Be careful.
What happened?
Awesome. Okay, I was just saying.
This guy's just denying basic math.
No, I put my own home address on when I didn't realize it, so I was just telling him.
Yeah, I get you. Good luck.
Okay, let me finish the thing I was
Yeah,
saying.
go ahead. Sorry, Dave. Go ahead.
So we can't verify any of these numbers. So instead, let's just talk about something very simple and intuitive. If we are looking at something at the horizon, if we go up in elevation, we can see farther. That is not intuitive on a flat Earth because that actually increases the distance to the horizon, right? If you're going up, now there's an additional distance, right? You get a hypotenuse that's always going to be longer than the leg there. So why can we see further with higher elevation? That doesn't make any sense.
Okay, that's insanely incorrect. So when you change your angle of view,
Okay, so just address the point, right?
I did
Okay, go ahead.
within 7 seconds. He
Austin,
made a claim.
You're here
doesn't
and you're
make any
looking
sense.
here.
It's
If you go up,
basic
this is
math.
even farther now, right? If you're here and you're looking at something here and you go up in elevation, that thing is now further away from you. So why can you see further with additional elevation?
Because you are increasing your angle of view.
What?
Increasing, you didn't know that? You can see, wait, how can you see a further distance? You're not talking about an angle, a further distance. How can you see
Because now you are changing your angle of view, so you're increasing your angular resolution, the things that you can pick up in the distance. Also, the ground ramps up due to perspective. Dude, just imagine, just think about it simply. If I was on a flat floor and I laid my head down on the floor, as I start to stand up, I'm gonna be able to see further along the floor because my angle of view increases. This is again not exclusive to a globe.
No, I can see this as far as I can. Yeah. This guy's a midwit. Oh yeah, shit! I forgot I was streaming. Yeah, put my head on the floor and I just started doing push-ups, and I could see the same distance as I could because my floor is level, like they say it is on a flat Earth. So
And you deflected away from the observation that refutes the globe again.
Because I can't verify any of these numbers or the math. You're just lying about it.
Okay, so if the numbers are correct, then you concede it refutes the globe?
Probably not. No.
Okay, then answer it as if the answer, because these are not my numbers.
Okay, I don't know that.
Everyone at home's gonna be able to go look it up. It's a official professional photography website.
I just want to let you guys both know. At the start of the show, I did a poll. Just so with about 3,000 votes, it's 65% Globe Gang, 35% Flat Friend, which I thought I'm going to run it again at the end because I thought, just. Do you think he knows something about Clash Royale? Bro, I know everything. Who's this character? That's Musketeer. That's Knights. Mini Pet. Spear Goblin. Ooh, that would be fun. Fun experience.
Well, nobody's going to change their mind here.
Well, that's
brings his flat Earth, people, and I mean they're impervious to facts and logic, so they're not going to change.
Says the guy that says ducking a picture.
Yeah, ducking a picture because it's a picture, right? I'm talking about very simple physical concepts, right? I'm talking about observations that we can all agree on, like the observation of the celestial sphere rotating counterclockwise versus clockwise, that you cannot explain, that only makes sense on a spherical Earth, that we used in ancient times to prove that the Earth is a sphere. That's why sphere is the default position that you're trying to undermine by talking
But hey,
about.
real fast, can we show some intellectual honesty? I understand that you don't know these numbers, and fair enough. Okay,
Fair,
if
we
you
don't
want to
know.
verify them, that's fair. That's fair. I'm asking you, in good faith, if the numbers were correct, which they are, what would be your response?
If the numbers were correct.
Yeah, it's an intellectually honest question, and it's actually disingenuous to avoid addressing the evidence just with the cop out that I can't verify the numbers right now.
It's actually really not, because when you have an entire model that is all interconnected and all observable phenomena are explained by that model, one singular datum, like one photo, is not going to be powerful enough to undermine an entire model. If the numbers were true and if the math wasn't fudged, then I would say, okay, there's probably some kind of atmospheric effect or some kind of thing that I am not aware of that is making us see a little bit further. Maybe it's something that particular day. There's a particular humidity, or it's clearly over water. That's going to increase the atmospheric refractive effects. None of these observations are ever done over land. I think that's why. Same with the skyline in Chicago. They're always done over water for you guys. So there's something clearly, just one singular explanation that is missing. And that's why one datum is not going to undermine an entire model that explains every single thing about the world that we live in, from everything we see in the night sky to geological phenomena to just absolutely everything in our world. Right?
So, hand wave dismissal, red herring fallacies, appeal to possibilities. That's your
Okay,
Reification, fallacy, name of fallacy.
let's move on to
do you know that fallacies are important, Dave?
Now, I know that you guys name random fallacies to pretend that you won something when you didn't. That's
Can I literally appeal to possibilities? You said there's probably something that could possibly be happening. You literally did a textbook appeal to possibility. It's
okay.
It's all good.
You're pretending that one observation is worth more than thousands upon thousands of observations every single day.
I showed 10. It doesn't matter. You're just affirming the consequence, reifying your model by saying it explains everything. What about the
What about the
long distance radio waves? What about when we shoot radio waves line of sight?
That's thousands of sporadic E propagation. It bounces off the layer of the atmosphere.
Okay, that's called skywave propagation.
Okay, hold on.
Sporadic E propagation.
Everyone's had their say on that. Okay, let me ask you, what another thing that I found fascinating as a normie is the contention between the what do they call you, Dave? A glober?
I don't know.
What is the name? Heads globe. And then so the globe people and the flat people is the idea that's one of the things that I saw Austin talk about and you talk about was that essentially 5,000 years ago there was a different North Star, and the question around whether or not the stars move, because that is actually paramount to the idea that the Earth is rotating around the sun versus the Earth being the center of the universe. So Austin, I'll go to Austin, then I'll go to Dave, and then next time I'll start with Dave. So in the flat Earth model, is it that the stars? Can you explain the stars thing to the layman in the flat Earth model?
Okay. Wait. The star thing? Like the question you just asked about the star moving or something else?
Well, I thought maybe I misunderstood. Correct me if I'm wrong. I thought the flat Earth mindset was that the stars did not move. Is that not true?
Sure.
Am I wrong about that?
Okay. Well,
or correct.
There is a claim that the North Star used to be a different star, and it's a very vague, ambiguous claim based on like architecture. So there's no actual legitimate evidence verifying that. For all legitimately recorded history, we have Polaris. But there is something called a kinematic equivalence, which sure that sounds fancy, but it's not.
Hold on. I know you're explaining it, but you didn't ask. So is it? What is the flat Earth position on stars? Do they move or do they not move?
they move every day. That's called sidereal rotation. If you mean over time, there does seem to be a slight progression of the stars. But what I'm trying to explain is that isn't exclusive to the Earth moving or not moving, right? It's called kinematic equivalence, which is what relativity is about, relative motion. It's like, oh, is the plane moving or am I moving? You can never tell. That's what the globe model says. So anything that moves in the sky, could by default not be that we were the ones moving, according to the official
Ow.
globe model. That's the point I'm making. It's called a kinematic equivalence. So whatever the stars are doing, because we can't go back thousands of years and verify if the North Star was different, whether it was
Creeper
or
head.
wasn't,
I like
it
creeper heads.
doesn't prove the Earth is moving.
So Dave, your response to that?
Yeah, a couple things. Number one, the North Star became Polaris in like 600 CE or something. So that's very well ago. No, way more recent than that. Polaris. I mean, it was Thuban in the times of the Egyptians. Became Polaris. So that's well documented. But furthermore, we don't need to do that. We can very accurately observe Milankovitch cycles. We can see the precession of the rotational axis happens every year. It can be measured, and then there's parallax and all these other things. But that's not really what matters, because again, he's trying to do this thing where he doesn't have to where he's pretending that
Wait.
geocentrism doesn't assume.
Why don't I just make it so it doesn't matter which gets blown up?
In the Renaissance, early Renaissance, about geocentrism and heliocentrism, we knew that the Earth was a sphere. So every time he does this kinematic equivalence thing, the kinematic equivalence he's trying to refer to is whether the Earth goes around the sun or if the sun goes around the Earth, not doing little donuts on a pizza land. That's not an equivalence. Those are not equal things. We're talking about one going around one or the other going around the other. Those are the two things. So geocentrism, you often try to defend a geocentric model. It assumes a spherical Earth. That is an actual model that can, to some reasonable precision, describe the motions of the celestial objects and put them where they're supposed to go and predict quantitatively where they're going to be. Flat Earth doesn't have that. You don't have any model. You don't have any way of saying this is where the planets are going to be. This is when an eclipse is going to happen. Any of these things. You absolutely cannot do any of those things.
Yay.
That's why I told you in the beginning, if you want to defend geocentrism,
I like skeleton skulls.
that's totally fine. We can talk about how we know that the Earth moves, which is a completely different topic from knowing whether the Earth is round or flat, because geocentrism uses a spherical Earth.
Okay, response to that, Austin.
Boom, sniped.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to Google I/O.
Weirdly good with
We
that.
want to get our best models into your hands and our
Stop.
products ASAP. I'm
Poor.
particularly excited about the rapid model problem.
Oh wow, he's still is thunderstorm still going. Jesus.
Sweeps the LM Arena leaderboard in all categories. It's getting a lot of love across the top coding platforms thanks to all of you.
Gemini 2.5 Pro is our most intelligent model ever. And now that it incorporates LearnLM, our family of models built with education experts, 2.5 Pro is also the leading model for learning.
Oh
I got
shit.
2.5 Pro to code me a simple web app. Someone comes to you with a brilliant idea. I'm going to add in a prompt that asks 2.5 Pro to update my code based on the image. And here's what Gemini generates. Whoa. I was able to create this just based on a sketch. But what if it popped? That's where Gemini's native audio comes in.
That's a pangolin, and its scales are made of keratin, just like your fingernails.
Today, we're making 2.5 Pro.
Well, I didn't really want that, but you know.
We're calling DeepThink. DeepThink uses our latest.
I mean, at least I got a music disc, so an accident. I get okay. So I guess it would be theoretically possible for someone to find out the whole music disc thing on their own.
Do you want me to address everything you just said? Right? Like for what
Kinematic equivalence. That's nothing.
How about this? Just I'll throw it back to you real quick. Why is geocentrism exclusive to the Earth being a sphere?
Because it's a model that works. Flat Earth doesn't work. It doesn't explain anything we see, like the observations of the celestial sphere that you keep running away from. You cannot explain why stars rotate one way in the north and the other way in the south. You cannot explain that.
All right, I'm going to take my time back and let me respond to everything you said, because you didn't answer. So the answer is that it's not, because with everything...
You didn't answer, that's fine.
You didn't. You just started talking about star trails again. So with everything going on in the quote-unquote universe, you said the universe doesn't exist. No, maybe not as you've defined it, the truth is that all observations have shown that the Earth is stationary. We have the cosmic microwave background, which showed anisotropic inhomogeneous distribution of energy, which is the exact opposite of the heliocentric prediction. It intersects.
This guy's very hot. Kleiner freezing young, ben I'm freezing young. Bin da is so, oh, ben I'm freezing young. Let's fix up this island.
On the Earth, the 23.4-degree axis was on a non-local observation. Dude, find word salad.
You're just using words. You're trying to pretend that cosmology proves the Earth is flat. Then all cosmologists would be flat earthers. Do you have any idea how insane you sound? No, it's not. You're pretending to understand cosmology. You're pretending.
When did I say that was word salad, Dave?
Huh? No, I'm saying it's word salad because it is word salad.
I said that was word salad.
We're talking about the shape of the Earth. You're defending a flat Earth, which we figured out it isn't true in 2,500 years ago, and you're trying to talk about modern cosmology to try to talk about this when you can't even explain naked eye observations of the stars in the sky.
Okay, look, they're directly related. The idea that the Earth is a tilted, wobbling, spinning sphere that revolves around the sun. The alternative is that the Earth is a geocentric, stationary plane. Both of those are directly related.
That is a stationary sphere was the alternative. Prior to heliocentrism, we thought that it was a stationary sphere. Hold on. Going off the rails. I got to bring you back to where we're talking.
More rewards, more savings, more special offers. That's what new fuel rewards packages get at Shell. Join to save 10 cents per gallon on your first fill, 20 cents per gallon on the second, and 30 cents per gallon on the third. Join today.
Is this the episode with the breakup? Revo, we can't agree on the house. Y'all need Realtor.com. With over 500,000 new listings every month, you could find one today. Yeah, better put a key in about.
Hold on, guys. Okay, I'm getting some flack for allowing too much interruption. That's on me. I know that both of you feel passionately about this, but please try to keep that to a minimum. But I do want to say, most importantly, I think it's really important and really cool that both of you took time out on a Saturday night to get online and do this and stream. And I just want to thank, I just want to give a shout out. I don't care who people back who are watching or whatever, both channels are linked in the description. Witsit gets it if or Professor Dave. Ideally, you'd subscribe to both and consume both people's content and make up your own mind. I just want to before emotions heat up too much, just say, yeah, I appreciate you both being here. I know that it's a weekend night. Can I, if you'll allow me, I'm getting called a coward for not bringing up the edge apparently, which is I assume one of the more controversial opinions and Austin, I think it's fair for you to say, hey, I showed up and I'm the one that has to answer. I'm the one that has to defend all our positions. But I also think that's a result of the fact that the spherical Earth is the commonly accepted opinion. Sure. So I want to be fair, and I'm not doing awesome at it, but I'm trying. So I want to say, if there are specific positions against the sphere or against that But one thing that is what I found fascinating today was the idea of the ice wall or Antarctica. There's a lot of craziness around that because what I thought, just being unbiased, trying to be unbiased, but I guess being honest, that is very hard for me to believe. Because people can literally go to Antarctica. It's not a it's like I watched a lot of flat Earth video. I told you guys before. I watched almost 8 hours and I was like, these bastards better show up because I spent my whole Saturday watching flat Earth videos. But like I was watching like the Antarctica thing, which is a common talking point, and people go there all the time. So what is the flat Earth position above the rim? Basically, that's what people in chat are asking that. What's going on the edges in the flat Earth? And then Dave, I'll give you a chance. Is that okay? I'll give you a chance to respond to that. Okay.
All right. First of all, to address the first part, I'm cool with asking questions. That's the natural response because flat Earth is so out of left field for most people. But that's more of like a normal conversation thing, not a like he's supposed to be debating anything. But it's all good. I'm pretty chill.
I can let you guys go at it too if that's
no, it's cool. I'm gonna answer your question. Okay. This is the typically held position. You cannot freely and privately explore past the 60th south latitude, okay, which is a ring around the outside. So to independently and freely identify and verify what all is out there is not possible. Do people go there? Yes, you can go on approved guided tours. Most of the time, it's like just a couple locations. They say it's super dangerous. I have a friend, this is anecdotal, but a former NASA employee was stationed there for 6 months. He's a flat earther. It's admittedly the highest elevation on Earth. So when people say ice wall, I mean there are videos and pictures of what you would call an ice wall. It's the highest elevation on the Earth.
highest elevation on Earth.
Highest average elevation. So not like Mount Everest, the highest average elevation of a continent. Yeah. So we're saying we don't know what's there, and oftentimes people get this straw man's like flat earthers say you can't go to Antarctica. People go there all the time. No, we're saying you can't freely and privately explore it, right? Like if I let you in my house but you couldn't go upstairs, you couldn't tell me what was upstairs, right?
I would know.
So are you going to go with Will Duffy to the South Pole? He's paying for you.
I told him when he first emailed me, before I even knew who he was, that I was open to going. I had specific parameters, which is that they can't take my words out of context and make it hit piece like they always do, that they have to be forthcoming about all the funding and all the stuff like that. I said I would go. I have no reason not to.
Hold on, Dave. Can you explain the Will? Because I know what the Will Duffy thing, but most
So,
people watch.
yeah, I didn't know. I was getting these emails and not even knowing who he was, so I didn't reply.
Oh, weird ass bug. Fuck you.
Been emailing flat earthers and people who make flat earth debunking content about paying to bring some people to the South Pole to observe the 24-hour sun.
He's like some eccentric billionaire guy, right?
I don't really know anything about him, and I don't know how much money he has. I don't think he's a billionaire. I think he has enough money to pay for.
Don't wish. Don't hope. Don't dream. No. Plan. See the steps it takes to get it done right, and follow them. At Avis, we rent cars, unlike anyone else rents cars. Because for 75 years, we've only had one plan. To make sure you keep yours.
My wife.
The bespoke AI laundry combo washes and dries in only 68 minutes. Even smarter with smart things.
People to go. I will go. Like,
Yeah,
I'll do the South Pole tour.
I have things to do, but I would love for some flat earthers to go and see the 24-hour sun. And most flat earthers are already making excuses. Weiss is saying he doesn't want to go because he's evil Satan or something. I don't know what he's talking about.
Said he would go.
Okay, that's great.
And Dave's position was that he doesn't respect people that are dishonest and hide behind anonymity and stuff like that. So whatever, I said I would go because, dude, I'm not scared of anything. You know what I'm flat earther? Yeah, he sent like a mass email, and when I saw it, I responded. I said, dude, look, I'll go. It has to be transparent, honest. People have stolen money. They claim on their videos they're gonna fly us, and then we contact them. They're like, I'm not gonna actually fly you. That's just for my YouTube video. But he still has a GoFundMe up to make flat earthers look bad. So I said, if it's honest, I'll go. I'm not scared of the truth, dude. I'm a flat earther because you can go see mountains from hundreds of miles away consistently. It doesn't add up. The math doesn't add up. So anyway, and I don't know how that's going to manifest, but as of now, looks like it could be me and Jaron going with, I guess, Dave McKeegan or something. But,
Well,
and when we don't see the 24-hour sun,
what are you gonna have to see? So if you go, all right, you right here, right now, you go, you see 24-hour sun, you come back, you make a video.
Oh.
Look, I saw this in Dave's video. I feel like I've said, and I have also. Everyone's been wrong. It's not like a big deal. I'm not saying you are. I'm saying, what will it take? Like, you go down there and you see what 24-hour sunlight. You come back and say, all right, cool. I'm cool. It's cool. Global. I'm a global guy now. What would it take if you went to the South Pole for you to change your mind?
if I saw a 24-hour sun that is a 360 around me, like the Go predicts, I would readily admit like that doesn't suck.
360 around me looks like.
Like the sun should just do a full circle around you and never set, just like it does in the north in the midnight sun. It should do the same thing in the south.
What does it look like in Alaska when it's light for 24 hours there?
It literally does. If you're far enough north, you can just see the sun do a full circle around you, which is what the flat Earth predicts as well. What's up?
If you have any issue with that, I don't know. I've never been there.
No, great. I can't wait. I really hope they go, and then when they come back, that's the end of Flat Earth because that will be it.
Let me finish what I was saying. It would match the globe. I would step back and be like, whoa, I don't expect it to. So I would admit, again, that's weird. It matches the globe. That's not expected on the flat Earth from my understanding. Blah blah blah. And openly admit it.
Isn't that what you just did to me about the photograph? Or I was thinking of another explanation.
What? No. I didn't even say that yet, but maybe. But a more definitive test actually is to charter a plane, fly far enough south, have multiple mechanical gyros spinning up that maintain your rigidity in space. They should tip over as you go, and then it should flip over. So it should tip and flip based on the curvature of the Earth. If say that test and the 24-hour sun was actually manifested, which I don't have high hopes for, if I found out for sure the Earth's a globe, I would be the first one to come out and admit I was wrong. Because that doesn't prove one thing doesn't prove is that we're flying through space. It doesn't prove any of this other nonsense.
Okay, well, let me ask this. So, I feel like Austin's been on a bit of the hot seat. So let me pose a question to Dave. I watched a bunch of your videos today. I actually really appreciate. I can definitely tell you're a teacher because all of your PowerPoint slides gave me PTSD back in my college days.
I'm good with slides.
Yeah. I actually, when I was getting my master's degree, I still had a professor that used overhead projectors that he had like written in the 70s.
Old school. Yeah.
Yeah. But I've heard the terminology around flat Earth several times in your videos about grifting, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is the grift? Like, what is the grift in saying that there's a flat Earth? Can you kind of describe it? Because I don't see a lot of these flat Earth guys be like, give me money. Like,
well,
so what is
it's
it?
just a little cult, and there's super chats, and they do the conferences and all these things. That's all it is.
So there's
it's not like a huge grift. It's not like Scientology or something. But
okay, we all agree Scientology is a huge grift, right?
I hope we all agree that.
Yeah, dude, flat Earth doesn't make you money, bro. I get demonetized all the time. I'm deprioritized. And I had to lose a six-figure job offer because I had flat Earth videos online.
Okay.
If you were gonna grift, why would you pick the thing that doesn't make money?
Because you're
like it doesn't make
a better grift. You could do. I've been debunking Billy Carson and some of these guys on the Rogan thing.
All right, last corner.
That guy actually makes money lying about archaeology and ancient aliens and stuff like that. That would be a smarter grip.
But this is the problem. People are gonna get so triggered that like. Dave's not being forced to actually address his improper.
Okay, well, what is
I'm
it?
just gonna be real. I'm just
No,
gonna
no, he's right here. He's right. Okay, hold on, Dave. All right. What is it? Articulate the question that Dave has not answered, and then Dave, the floor is
All
yours.
ears.
Okay, yeah. So like I explained earlier, when we looked at the cosmic microwave background, it actually shows that there was, he called this words out,
Hold on,
anisotropic.
wait, what is it that comes? I just want to, we're not all, so what did you say, the what
It's
microwave?
called the cosmic microwave background (CMB), which is just you send something up high in the air and you read the electromagnetic radiation. There's the visible spectrum of light and there's the non-visible spectrum. It's pulling in all the data from this light that you can't see with your eyes.
If
Right,
you've ever
CMB.
researched flat Earth, you know this image, right? Dave's seen this
Probably,
image.
yeah. Most
It has
people
nothing to do with flat Earth. I mean, this is cosmology.
Hold on, David. Hold on. Just let him. Yeah. Just let him.
It's about is the Earth moving or not? So in the current model that the Earth is flying around the sun, the universe, whatever, all energy should be evenly distributed. That's called homogeneous, and it should be isotropic, meaning it has no preferred direction. Okay, but what they saw was that it was inhomogeneous and anisotropic, and actually the part that had a preferred direction intersected on the Earth. And they ended up calling it the axis of evil. And then what they saw was that this anisotropic inhomogeneous distribution of energy was actually on a 23.4-degree tilt, which was supposedly the Earth's tilt, but it was observed way beyond our quote-unquote galaxy, which means it could not have been the Earth tilted. So it's a major problem. The CMB matched the geocentric model.
Okay, awesome. So you're talking. Okay, so this image, right? The CMB model, right? You're saying, how does this? One thing again, I'm a layman, so I feel like I'm speaking for just regular people who are watching. What about this? Should Dave talk about when it comes to the sphere heads? So when you talk about the microwave, whatever, how does this relate to flat Earth? Is my question.
This is just about if the Earth is geocentric or not. If the universe is geocentric.
Also, that's a different conversation then, right? Because
it's not.
The planet could be. Yes, it is, because the planet could be a sphere but still be geocentric.
It could be. Yes, that's right.
So it is.
The point is that the mainstream model we were all inundated with was that the Earth is a spinning globe. So the alternative is that the Earth is a stationary plane. And what always happens is the people that believe in the spinning globe, they want to avoid the burden of proof for both of those things, curvature and motion. And if they think they can say, what's an eclipse, then somehow they don't have to explain all the evidence that shows the Earth's not a spinning globe. And that is illogical.
Austin, how do you explain eclipses? You brought it up. I didn't bring it up. So
well, I don't know. Just one up first. I mean, let's not jump topics here.
Okay, I'll shut up. You're right, Dave. Thanks for keeping me alive.
Yeah. You can go wherever you want after this, but no, this is what Austin relies on. This is why he's so incapable of doing.
But what does it supposedly prove? I'm sorry. So what does
that the Earth's in the center of the universe?
Got it. Okay, Dave.
So no, it absolutely doesn't. Otherwise, cosmologists would all agree that Earth was at the center of the universe. Right? This is all freely available information that you're finding on Wikipedia. If this demonstrated what you're saying it does, that would be the consensus among people who study this for a living. It is not, and that doesn't do what you're saying. You're just saying it does. This is what you do, right? You need to talk about esoteric aspects of modern physics because your viewers don't understand what you're talking about, and they just believe you. Instead of talking about very simple things, like which I want to keep bringing you back to, why is it that people looking in different directions can all see the Southern Cross at the same time? Very simple, intuitive things. These are what we should be discussing.
Sure. Okay. So hand wave dismissal, appeal to consensus, and appeal to
you're just lying about
authority.
what it says. You're just lying about what it says.
You said if it said what I said, all the experts would agree. The consensus is that there is no the consensus is that there's
CMB is homogeneous. This is common knowledge.
The consensus is that there's no legitimate explanation that's agreed upon for it, and it was originally rejected and then redone and showed the same unexpected results, and then done again and shown the same unexpected results. That's the actual truth. There isn't a legitimate consensus answer from your paradigm. Doesn't matter. When you want to keep talking about the stars, you said look different directions. Just like when Dave
check on our print.
Weiss was talking to you, he tried to tell you magnetic declination thing, and you called that jargon and said that that wasn't a real thing. He's just making up words. I didn't say he made it up. I just said he's saying magnetism for no reason because it's nothing to do with what I was talking about. How is magnetic declination going to allow you to see the same thing by looking in different directions? When I get a new inquiry, I let the grid notify me. When I need to send from my address, I let the grid do it for me. When my sales team makes a deal, explain. You go ahead. Go ahead and you have to go with what Weiss said. We're gonna see that you didn't follow him either, and that is that you're talking about directions. You're invoking cardinal directions. How do you determine your directions? So if you're gonna use a compass, according to your paradigm, when you get to the south, the magnetic declination gets way worse. Why do I need a compass? Can I use geographical phenomena? Can I point in a particular geographical direction by known landmarks? Don't we know? How did you know? How do you know the exact? First of all, when you're looking at the stars all the way to the Southern Cross, what known landmarks are you going to use? Anything on the tips of those continents? What are you talking about? You're standing at the tip of a southern continent. Look, I'll give you. Let's say you're off by a degree or two. Okay, fine. We're looking a little bit this way, a little bit that way. On the graphic that I showed you, they're looking in completely different directions, all seeing the Southern Cross at the same time. It doesn't make sense. You can't. First of all, it's not a degree or two, Dave. It is dozens and dozens of degrees. If you go far enough south, it is actually 179 degrees.
What the fuck?
How far south?
Oh wait,
Very
that's meant
near the magnetic
that's meant
pole.
to touch that.
Yeah, in your paradigm, which your magnetic pole's in the ocean.
Correct.
But the point is that dude, if you're gonna say I'm looking south for sure, you're relying on magnetic declination corrections. Okay, but that's the point Dave was making. You hand wave dismissed it. It is just a fact. I can go outside of my house and look north without looking at a compass because I know which way north is on a map. Do you use a compass every day to orient yourself, or do you just know which way the cardinal directions are? Yeah, but in the north we have Polaris to go off of, right? No. Like on a map, on a street, walking around the street, I know a grid of streets, you know which way is north. Do you need a compass to do that? Well, actually, if you use the compass, it will show you different directions over time. I'm asking you, how do you verify the south? Use geography. How did you verify the exact direction of different geographical input? Okay, but let's just anyway. You don't understand that point apparently, but it doesn't matter. Even or you're just definitely pivoting. No, dude. You said that it wasn't a real thing, and now you think that it wasn't a real thing. I said you're just bringing up magnetism for no reason because you think that's going to save you. It's almost verbatim what I know. How else? You're saying the only other way to verify it is to look at geography. Okay, so you're pretending that if I'm looking at what I know is south on a map, that I could somehow be pointing basically north or near north. Is that really how much of a distortion you think is physically possible when you're just using a map to look south? You don't just use. Okay,
I'm trying to explain to you that in your paradigm in the South, the magnetic declination gets crazy. In theory, could that be true? Sure.
Where does it get crazy? How close to the magnetic pole do you have to get in order for it to get crazy? How close?
Wherever you're viewing the Southern Cross from is far enough south that the magnetic declination is a significant factor.
Is it though? Because it's
Yes.
not really that close to the magnetic pole.
No, but it can still be 40, 50 degrees magnetic declination in your paradigm.
No,
Yes, you can go to magnetic-declination.com and look it up. The other thing is there's something called an azimuthal grid. So we actually see the world in a little azimuth grid. That's how we measure it, right? That's how we measure the stars. We take our zenith, and then we take elevation measurements down to our azimuth. So it gives you a little dome. Now, when you actually run this through a software, you will see that if you had a bunch of stars circling over top of you, and you had this little limit of vision that was a dome, you'll actually see the stars appear to converge at a point where they're actually not converging and circle around that point. We have replicated it, so we actually expect it. The problem is we need to verify the exact cardinal direction to even put that input into the software to know for sure, to give you a flat Earth model you all beg for, and it is impossible to 100% verify the cardinal directions that far south. So
Hold on. All right. Okay.
You
So
have
I'm
no
getting
such model. You have no such thing, or you would have shown it. You would have all been celebrating it in all your videos.
we've shown it. We have shown it.
Well, bring it up. I'm gonna let you bring it up, Austin. I want to say this. Go ahead, take a minute, bring it up. I want to be respectful of everyone's time, so I wanted to keep this to maybe 30. Are you guys okay with 30 more minutes?
Ain't
Is that okay? Or
Yeah.
20, 30?
Yeah.
Okay. So are you guys okay with? I want to just pull the pin on a grenade, chuck it in, and back out, and let you guys go at it because I'm getting yelled at for interrupting too much. But also, would you guys be okay with the last 10 minutes of the show? We looked at some viewer questions. Is that okay? So can we do 20? Are you guys okay with 25 more minutes or no?
Yeah, I am. It's fine. It's fine. But I just to know.
Wait. You good with 25 more minutes? Yeah. Austin? Dave? Okay. So I want to let everyone know. Hey,
my wife.
again, I'm getting a lot of shit for being, maybe interrupted too much, but I just want to let people. I try to pick my spots, but what matters most is that these two gentlemen spent Saturday evening with me. 3 dudes on a date on Saturday night. We obviously could have been out there slaying plus like incredible chavs like we are. But make sure you check out their channels in the description below. Wits It Gets It has obviously a wide variety of content available, as well as Professor Dave. Please support their channels, and please, independently, if they have Patreons or whatever, support them directly. I have, obviously, everyone's pissed that I haven't brought up the ice wall, the edge, or the dome. That's the last thing I want to end on. But I did want to ask you about this video. I'm a big SpaceX guy. I'm a big, I'm a big space guy. We're on SpaceX right now. Sorry, I know. Sorry. I know. Yeah. It's a lot of space, brother. Sorry. Yeah, I know. Well, that's what people say. So when we watch this, I won't watch it, but right. So this is the space jump, right? We can obviously see the Earth is digitally or not curved, right? This guy, jumps out. This is when I think flat Earth. I actually, because I watch this video like in real time because I'm a space dork. Keep that in mind when we discuss. Not that my opinion matters; it's really the viewers' opinions that matter. And then I'll ask them in 5 minutes. So I want to bring up the conversation. Actually, you know what? Is there something that either one of you, Dave or Austin, that you really want to like? I fucked up and I didn't talk about it because you've already given a bunch of your time. Should we not talk about the ice wall and the edge or the dome?
Well, I think I already addressed that. We can't freely probably explore there. It's the highest elevation in the world.
That's what I should talk about.
You can all go to
You can
So
though,
no,
but whatever.
it's kind of like saying, do you fall off the edge of a lake though? Like no, in order to observe is the shore.
Okay, well, let me South Pole with Will. Make sure you get over there. I'm in.
Okay, so let me address the Felix thing though, since you brought it up.
Go ahead.
Okay, so
He's talking about the diver, right? The Felix.
yeah. So it looks like the Earth is a ball, obviously.
I'm gonna
An
try and get it in
extremely
one
small
swipe.
ball.
He's in low Earth orbit here. He's not
No,
like.
he's not. He's 180,000 feet up, so that's actually very low. And this is sponsored by GoPro. So this is a GoPro fisheye lens. If you look at the video, the angle from inside the cockpit, or whatever you want to call it, you can actually see the horizon's flat. So Neil deGrasse Tyson himself came out and addressed this idea that like people think that Felix was so high that he could see the curvature of the Earth.
That's from the cockpit. That's from the flat.
No, that's not. That's from outside, still using the GoPro.
You can prove that is exaggerated curvature.
The curvature's still there.
Yeah, it's in a squish.
Well, you'd say that, okay, but according to even Neil deGrasse Tyson, you would never see the curvature of the Earth from that high because you'd only be 2 millimeters above a typical blown up beach ball or whatever. But the point that's important here is I've heard Dave say, and I don't watch it, so I'll be honest with you, bro, but like I listened to a few minutes of it earlier. I heard you say something.
Watch your debunkers, dude. That's almost.
No, I've watched some of his older stuff. Okay, it's all the same stuff, bro. But anyway, so this is the problem. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, with all strong hands. But look, this is what I want to point out. Dave said that this guy was in his balloon and it maintained the momentum due to the conservation of momentum with the spin of the Earth. So when he fell out, he maintained that momentum.
Yeah.
Felix Baumgartner fell, landed dozens of miles in the opposite direction.
Well, he accelerated though. When he watched this, he did not. He did not maintain his position, right?
Yeah, but if the Earth's spinning underneath him, why would he fall in the opposite direction?
The opposite direction. What's going on while he's falling? Is there no interaction with the atmosphere? Is there absolutely no change in what's going on?
Well, there's not much atmos up that high. You could say once he got down, he started drifting. If that's what you want to claim. I actually looked at the weather data. It seemed like it wasn't much wind. I'm pointing out that your claim that he was just following the Earth is patently false. He fell 40 miles in the wrong direction.
Okay, well, on a
that
flat
is the
Earth,
curvature of Earth.
straight up and straight down, so it actually obliterates your position. I don't know what you're gloating about here.
What?
I didn't know. Flat Earth goes straight up and straight down. Why would there be any discrepancy in where he lands if it was a flat Earth?
Okay, it wouldn't obliterate my position. We can both agree now it has something to do with wind, and your claim that he was just following with the Earth is ridiculous and stupid.
Yeah, it's like satellites.
Not true.
This is stupid. That's obscene. But I think much more importantly, what you absolutely can't explain is why that guy fell down.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Oh, the gravity.
Let's deal with the gravity. Let's talk about it.
Because he has weight. Weight, he's more dense in the air, and he went down.
Weight is mass times gravity.
Mass is volume times density times downward acceleration. Gravity is little g, which is just downward acceleration, 9.8 meters per second squared, which you falsely claim that we can't derive, but you can do that with a kinematic equation, strictly a kinematic equation.
Name it.
9.81 meters per second squared without using the mass of the Earth.
Literally, you can do it with a kinematic equation. It's also been done with initial height, velocity, and time will give you the same exact 9.8 meter second value. That's just the effect. Did you know that 9.8 meter second squared is just the effect? It isn't even the claimed cause.
Huh?
The claim, it's a value. It's an acceleration due to the mass of the Earth. That's why g changes with radius, with elevation on different celestial bodies. That's why g is different on the moon. It's different on Mars. You think that's all fake, of course. But so very, very simply, you cannot explain why things fall down. You just can't do it.
I can. Everything. It's more dense than the air, and so the question would be why is there up?
Oh shit.
Why is it down? That's your question.
The air above it is
That's why we don't play hardcore, low key.
Why is it? What? The air above it. You're more dense than the air. It doesn't matter if the air above you is less dense than the air below you.
I'm like really low. Hello, bruh. Bruh. Hello, bruh. It rhymes with bruh. Hey. Hey, what was I doing? Hey, I was doing
This air
this.
is even less dense than this air. Why did it go up?
Why would that mean it goes down?
Because the mass of the Earth.
All right.
The mass of the Earth is the thing's fault. The reason
You
it
know,
is.
so helium. Why? Hey, why does helium rise?
Because it's less dense than air.
There you go. It's less dense than the other air.
Gravity pulls the air down more than the helium.
That's
the
what
same
you
reason the
think.
peat all goes up in the air, in the water.
You're just reifying your belief, and this is what's even funnier.
Reify. How is it reification? I'm not doing anything abstract and turning it.
Yeah, because you have a concept. You have a concept of gravity in your mind, and you're attributing concreteness to it, and just assuming it's true by treating the concept as if it's actual.
Because I know that it's exclusively an effect based on mass and not electromagnetism, as you pretend. You absolutely cannot use electromagnetism to explain anything that gravity explains.
I never said electromagnetism. There's a downward electric current on the Earth. Is actually another falsification of the globe. We have a uniform.
Magnetism are not part of the same thing. What do you mean, not electromagnetism?
We have a vertical electric field on the Earth, and it has a 100 volt per meter increase. It's equipotential increase. It's a vertical electric field. It's a vertical electric field, and it's uniform. And so we have 100 volts per meter. Now that's impossible. That's impossible.
It's not.
Does it increase 100 volts per meter?
No, it dissipates with elevation, which is why Felix can't be falling down due to electromagnetism.
Does it increase 100 volts per meter?
For like 100 meters.
No. No.
Your model clearly up. It's like 15 miles. Okay, look. Even if whatever you want to say about everything, why doesn't anything fall up? Austin, why doesn't anything fall up? Electromagnetism is both attractive and repulsive, right? So some things are attracted to the Earth. Why isn't anything repelled from the Earth? Why doesn't it fall up to the other Gaussian surface or whatever you want to talk about? Why doesn't it fall up?
So first of all, so radial distribution of a sphere would not allow you to have equipotential parallel surfaces that are 100 volts per meter.
Why is it?
No, I'm finishing my point. Then I'm showing the audience here the conclusion of the point. Let him answer. So that's the conclusion of the point that they previously avoided, which is that radial distribution of a sphere could not replicate what we have on Earth. But you said, why don't things go up? You mentioned my middle school experiment, or whatever you called it, right? Where I actually made something lift, and I did it with iron filings. I did it with multiple different materials, even insulators. So you said that doesn't count, and I can't make big objects.
Yeah,
I can't make big objects. Okay.
Hey, look,
You know that physics sells.
The bigger an object is, the more charged particles there are in it, right? So the effect should be greater. Why can't you do it with a rock or a person? Why don't we see anything fall up ever?
Because you would have to increase the amount of, say, electrostatics you introduce proportionate to its weight, which is, again, mass, which is volume times density relative to the pressure mediation of the atlas. Wait. My question is,
Yum.
dude, what did I say that was words out?
All of it. You're just saying words. I'm asking you why things don't fall up. In a field, particles of opposite charges are accelerated in opposite directions, right? So why can't you make anything fall up? Why doesn't anything on the Earth fall up? It's a very simple question.
I'm trying to explain it.
A lot of people fail up. I'm just saying, fail up.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it. It's really a simple concept. So when you have something that has weight, that's volume times density. Okay, that's mass, and then volume times density times acceleration. Little g is just downward acceleration, just an effect. So whenever that's the case, that pressure mediates
Acceleration
up.
due to gravity. Accelerate.
That's what you guys believe. That's what he thinks. Okay. Little g is just the effect. It isn't exclusive to any belief. Okay. Well, everyone keeps invoking little g as if it's proof of, I guess, the bending and warping of space and time or whatever.
We don't even have to go with electricity.
I know you can't go that route. Trust me. We know.
No, you can't. Relativity is one of the most corroborated theories in the history of science. But it doesn't matter. No, it's not. You can just use Newton. Well, it is.
It was falsified in 1933. Fritz Zwicky was off by 996.
Definitely was never falsified.
Let me ask this question, dude. It's a simple question. You said that my experiment doesn't do anything. In reality, what I did was manipulate the electric field, and then it caused the objects to go up, even though that they were heavier than the air.
Apply an enormous electric field to overwhelm the effects of gravity. You took a different force, electromagnetism to overwhelm gravity for a teeny tiny little object, Once again, what I just said, a very massive object, a lot of matter, has more charged particles. In my body, there are many, many more charged particles than a tiny piece of styrofoam. What about that be greater? Can't we accelerate up? Can't we levitate? Can't we fly? Why not? I just have a simple question. You won't let me get it out. You know you won't. I just answered it. Ask the question. Ask the question. Okay, I tried like 3 times. It's simple. You're saying that doesn't count because I can't do it with bigger objects.
Yes.
You think I brought you in to make my other planet with? He's cocky. He's arrogant. You were cocky. You were arrogant.
Okay, where am I? I'm good with electro.
Do you know that physics scales? Yeah, so a larger object, more charged particles, the effect should be greater. Why doesn't anything? So you agree though that if I do the same principle on a bigger scale, if I increase the force proportionate to the object, I would be able to make things go up. And your claim that you can't do it with bigger objects is completely ridiculous. You would be countering gravity. You would be countering gravity. I'm talking about gravity again. Stop saying reification. Do you have any idea how dumb you sound when you say reification? Come on, not mine. Okay, you're just begging the question over and over, dude. You're just saying, fellas, we're bringing it all. You can only do this with a Van der Graaf generator because you are applying an external field to overwhelm gravity. You're saying that out there in the world, it's all electrostatic, so we shouldn't need a Van der Graaf generator. Out there in the world, where this is an electromagnetic effect, and we know that electromagnetism is both attractive and repulsive. Out there in the world, why doesn't anything fall up ever? Okay, first of all, depending on the environment, say like your hair will stick up during thunderstorms. Bumblebees literally do something called non-contact pollen detachment. They fly over top of the flowers and the pollen levitates. Literally, there is naturally occurring phenomena that's based on the electric field of the earth. You're saying we're adding an external force? No, we're manipulating the force that's already. Let me finish. We're manipulating the force that's already there. I didn't add anything. Everything that exists is electrostatic, right? Which on a small scale is 10 to 36 power stronger than your belief in gravity. And all molecular and intermolecular attractive forces are electrostatic. That means all objects that exist are held together by that. So you're
All right.
like I'm adding something.
We have the 1.14 build, and overall, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I mean, this thing looks really cool. Like, this thing actually, like, looks way better in survival. I love this thing. But it's also just nice to use a wider palette of blocks. 1.14 and 1.13 have done so much in the expanse of building. They're definitely really underappreciated updates. I mean, people are always like 1.13 made the oceans look pretty, and 1.14 made mending easy to get. No, 1.13 and 14 were incredible. I mean, you've got wider rays of cobblestone with the dead coral variants, and you have stripped logs, which makes sand building a lot easier. And 1.14 added like real stone slabs, add a multitude of stone slabs, stairs, and walls, which makes detailing so much nicer. In fact, stone brick walls, like I thought they were in the game since like 1.4. No, stone brick walls were added in 1.14, so it's definitely a really important update. I'd say. I mean, just having access to these walls, I might put some around actually. Actually, I really don't want to mess with this build. I think I'm happy with it. So what's next is to fuck up the interior with our museum of blocks. Let's get it. Woo! Let me go check on my prints. Here, heater on burning. Wow, cube really starts falling apart without its corners, which is kind of surprising. Oh, it's also missing two of its edges. Oh. Definitely just starts tweaking a bit. Yeah, these prints turned out really nice. Like really nice for eyeballing like the radius that I needed for the proper curve. Wow. All right. Uh-oh. One of the oh, this is a good block. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Katie, if you want out, just say so. My cat only eats if I'm watching, which I think it's cool. She likes me a lot. All right. Let's go work on getting all the items for the whole GEITEV thing that I'm doing. Taking a break from the Mega Fortress, it's kind of burning me out. So I think I'm gonna. All right. I've kind of got to be real about GEITEV. The whole like appeal of GEITEV was playing old versions, and the once I played new versions, it like, oh, okay, cool, I can play new Minecraft. But with 1.14, it just doesn't really hit because it's less of like, oh, it's not old anymore and I'm gonna stop. It's more like annoying because I'm basically playing. I don't have the charm of old Minecraft, and I'm just like missing a bunch of features, which is so annoying because I love netherite, I love armor trims, but I can't do that. But I also love the old features, such as the old textures, the limited block palette, and I'm just gonna basically speed run until 1.21. I'm gonna build smaller builds for GEITEV, but I will be back for real bigger builds like mega projects uh, once I'm in the most recent version. Meantime, I'm gonna head up to GEITEV. Oh wow, oh shit, this is gonna be rough, isn't it? So we're gonna start it off here. What's the first thing? Okay, bamboo. Wow, you really. Also, I want to do something for the banner patterns, and I'm gonna have it in an item frame, but I'm also gonna have the banner next to it. Also, I wanted to try and get every country flag on a banner, but I feel like that'll be more annoying. But maybe I could do. I just don't know what to do. Maybe a little world map. Maybe a small build representing each country. Oh. Yeah, this machine is really precise. I'm gonna start making mechs too. I just have the Omnis banner hanging up there just because I don't know when I'm gonna be able to get it. Also, is this a thunderstorm? If this is a thunderstorm, that'll be awesome. Because it can't hurt to get more heads. Hey, 4. Oh my god, it is. Okay, wow. Holy shit. I need a zombie head if I'm gonna be for real. Wow. Can I get a charged zombie? That'd be really cool. Again, every mob needs a mob head and needs a cool way of getting it. Wow, my armor's tanky. I feel like they made protection better. Something shot me. Yep. And you're going to be the next victim. So, did you even kill anything? How are you alive? How, did I guess? I guess it just became a tank. I don't know, man. Yeah, you don't have a head, so. Oh shit. Either that or they made charged creepers just do less damage. Can I get a creeper?
Yo. Yeah?
Right. I need more. Okay, that's. Zombie heads are probably the easiest to get. Again, how? No, no, no. How are they taking these hits? No, I'm weakening them first now. I'm not. No. You're getting like your ass is getting sent. I mean, take another zombie head. So fuck you. Okay. Did I just get hit with lightning? Oh, they do not do less damage. Did it count the husk as being killed instead of the skeleton? And I guess the husk didn't drop it. Doesn't drop a head. I take it it's not a thunderstorm anymore. Yeah. All right. Well, we got plenty of mob heads, so I don't think I'll count that as a W. Is that bamboo? Fucking Christ. All right, we're gonna do a lot of exploring then because we need bamboo because that's the first item on our list. Then we need a cornflower, so either way we need to head out. But I could just leave this for tomorrow. Then we need a wither rose, and then what's next after that? Put 3 items that I need to go. Okay, then it's just science, and then it's just slab stairs walls. Okay. All right, that's not too bad. See, we're in 1.13 terrain. Oh god, please load chunks. Grok, 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 grok.
Don't call up. All you're doing is citing, oh, a bumblebee does something. These are all teeny tiny objects where electrostatics can overwhelm the effect of gravity. Why doesn't a rock fall up, or a person, or a car, or anything ever? Let me ask this.
Because the pressure mediated by the density relationship in the wake makes it go down. It's pretty simple.
Okay. Okay. I feel like you both
sure were words.
Okay. So,
Dude, that's pretty bad look.
well, hold
Yes,
on.
it is a bad look for you.
All right, hold on, gentlemen. What I want to say is that you both have been extremely well behaved and entertaining, and I want to let the viewers, of which there are many thousands, get in it for a few minutes. But do I dare bring up Cavendish? Do I dare bring up, because that is a point of contention, right? That matter attracts matter, right? That disproves gravity, right? Like, I'm a very large fat man, very attractive young, but not young. Why did I say young? That's creepy. Very attractive thin women are often attracted to me. But let's actually not go down that. Let's not go down that road. It's probably too complicated. I want to let people.
Yeah, because everything electrostatic is way stronger than gravity's tend to be.
Yeah,
but they shield for
If
electrostatics.
you have a lot of questions like that, it's like, we can have a conversation in the future, man, whether it's streamed or not.
It's maybe down the rabbit hole too far.
I just want to, this is the only thing that I really want to know, Dave, before we move you said you didn't think the numbers were correct, whatever, you dismissed it. Then you said maybe there's some type of atmospheric effect. Do you agree, though, that refraction is the bending of light, which means that a silhouette can't be refracted because it is the absence of light?
What?
Can a silhouette be refracted?
If you're seeing something, there's light traveling to your eyes. So
sure, but the mountain should be below the curve of the earth, right? But we're seeing the silhouette once it gets backlit, which means you need a line of sight to the physical object blocking the light.
I don't know, man. You're doing, oh, I saw a thing, therefore everything we know about physics and science in general is wrong. It's just not going to fly.
Teeds to feet. You heard it here first. Okay. The Earth is flat. Everybody knows now.
It's so easy to go against flat earthers. Just dismiss all the uncomfortable evidence.
No, actually, it's not uncomfortable evidence. You just make up bullshit.
Like just ask about random things that we were.
Is that a cornflower?
Like, well, then how does this
Okay, we're in new terrain then. All right, we got the.
Why does the night sky rotate in opposite directions in opposite hemispheres? You have yet to answer that. You have yet to directly. Okay, go ahead. Repeat that. If you look a different way, it'll rotate a different way.
I said first of all, you have to verify coronal direction, which when we go to the south, we actually use immense magnetic declination corrections, which could be skewing where you think you're viewing. That's just a fact.
Looking at the celestial pole with your eye.
Just a fact.
It's just word salad. He's just saying words to deflect.
Dude, stop using the term word salad. You don't know what it means.
I've got something to tell you. I have cancer. That one word can change everything. But there are two words that can change cancer. Clinical trials. Two words that anyone can bring up. Because when we're up against it, we need all the help we can get.
It means you're just saying words that aren't saying anything, which is what you're doing. That's what it means, and that's what you do. Right?
But you can never give specific examples of when I did it.
Just now, what you just said. I'm asking.
I said looking at that magnetic declination.
What does that have
in
to do
the
with
south? What?
What does it have to do with what I'm asking you?
You have to determine your cardinal direction, and then the second part is magnetic declination corrections are immense in the south.
You're confused
that
about
makes it very difficult to verify cardinal direction.
I'm asking about rotating counterclockwise versus clockwise. You have yet to answer that.
He's going
okay. You need to determine.
Just so the viewers know, hold on. You guys are both being really great, by the way. Very, very respectful. I appreciate that. Dave, I believe, is going back to his literal.
The first thing I said.
The very first thing he said. Yeah, the globe.
This is all recorded. I tried to answer it the first time he asked it.
No,
You tried the second time.
You said if I look in a different direction, it'll magically spin the other way. That's not how things work. If
I said
dealing, it's gonna go clockwise no matter which way you face. Sorry, buddy.
I said that we see. This does require views and visualizations to understand it. We see in a little dome. It's called an azimuthal grid. You can go to stellariums. That's how we map the stars. We have a zenith position, an azimuth position, and we measure elevation angles. When you do that 360, it gives you a dome. That's how we view the sky. NASA themselves have articles talking about how we see the sky to be a dome. We have an equidistant limit of vision. It's like a little dome. If you were to replicate that with a bunch of spinning stars and you looked out towards the edge of this dome, it's going to make them look like they're converging and spinning around a central point, even though they're literally not doing that. We have replicated it. Therefore, we would expect to see it just like crepuscular and anti-crepuscular rays. When the sun's setting in the west, it'll look like it's in the east at the same time, and the rays will converge to a point, even though it's just based on perspective. That is an objectively a viable answer for the star trek.
It's not a viable answer. You're just saying words like crepuscular and perspective to appease flat earthers who have no idea what you're talking about, because you cannot answer how things rotate counterclockwise in one hemisphere and clockwise in the other.
You know what anti-crepuscular rays are?
Explained perfectly by this model.
You know what anti-crepuscular rays are?
Well, what? Tell me what they are. Go ahead.
So you called it word salad, but it's just that you don't understand the terms.
It doesn't matter, but you're just taking it's a jumble of words. It's not that each word doesn't mean something. It's not just literal gibberish in syllables. You're taking words that are words and putting them together to make a salad, like your lettuce and your croutons and your things like that. That's why I tell you of yum yum word salad. You can't cannot explain what is bigger. Can you concede that this makes perfect sense visually, intuitively, just spatially? Can you at least concede that this makes more sense than what you're saying?
No. I mean, I would say that it is exactly south. Yeah, of course, that's what the globe predicts. But we made the globe model.
You're admitting that the globe Earth explanation for the way we see stars moving in the sky makes more sense than everything you just said using random buzzwords that you.
No, I didn't say that. But this is the point I want to make here too. Look, Dave had to deny that the default position is that the Earth's a stationary plane. It's not the default. That is a fact. That is literally the fact. So
that's just the thing you say.
Wait. Whenever we fly a plane, do we treat the Earth like it's flat?
It doesn't matter. We're just flying. We're not talking about the shape of the Earth. You're just traveling. If that's true, hold on, Nelson.
If that's true, as the debunkers most point out, when you fly on the southern hemisphere, or why do planes take direct routes as opposed to following the flat Earth map? Because it takes the same time to fly from Australia. I think that, what is the example you used, Dave?
Sydney to Santiago, over the Pacific Ocean. Yeah, let's do this one because we didn't get to it.
It's always obfuscation away from the point that the actual physical flying of the plane requires a flat stationary.
So he asked the question.
I'm not asking funny. I just think it's funny.
All right.
Okay, but yeah, I know all the debunks. They're not debunks. Are really sitting in this chair right now.
They are. You can't explain.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and explain it. So if you say you fly from Sydney to Santiago, one direction actually takes significantly longer than the other return flight. How much? It objectively does.
Headwinds back way. It's like 30 minutes.
No, there are flights that are up to 3-hour difference. Okay, that's a fact. Yeah, everyone can verify everything I'm saying. If you can go to 24-hour flight radar and look at the data, you can go to 24-hour flight radar, look at the data. What you'll see is it says the plane's going, say, 550 miles per hour, right? On the globe, obviously, you just have a similar distance both ways. But if the time is different, they're obviously not going the same speed. So what that proves, right, because speed equals distance over time. So what that proves is that the data we're being given about how fast that plane goes is wrong. You can Google plane goes 800 miles per hour, and there will be articles talking about planes catching jet streams. Wait. Okay, but planes can't. No, you don't. That's ridiculous. You have
That distance is like triple or quadruple the distance that makes sense for the amount of time it takes. So are you going to pretend that there's that crazy wind or personal tornado that makes it fly quadruple the speed to get it over there? And also, why doesn't it go the route that makes sense on the flat Earth?
First, if you assume the Earth's a globe with a projection, that doesn't prove the Earth's a globe. And it doesn't. So you're asking me, are the pilots in on it? No, the pilots aren't in on it. I know tons of flat Earth pilots. They know the Earth's a globe. Most of their
pilots.
This is what I'm saying. You have to lie about stuff like that.
You're the one lying. There's flat Earth pilots. Ask any pilot if the Earth is flat, they'll laugh in your face.
I know.
They all take great circle routes. They take great circle routes that are.
Can a circle exist on a flat Earth?
My wife is a pilot.
No, a great circle.
If you want to talk to me, my wife's a pilot.
Yeah. What do you think? We're current.
Dude, I just had an Air Force pilot that reached out to me of 30 years.
Cool. That's true. Totally.
I don't want to.
See what I'm saying? You have to deny basic reality.
Why is it so crazy to think that you could be making that up on the spot?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Hold on a second. Either I let these guys go ahead for 10 more minutes, or we answer viewer questions.
I feel like we've got a good time.
I feel like we're there, right? Yeah, we're there. So I want to pick a few of these. I'll stick around live for a few minutes after I let these guys go. I want to just like give a digital. I mean, I don't care what side you're on. Thank you both for being here and for being so passionate and being so engaged, and being just great. Obviously people are going to think whatever they want to think, but I hope people are entertained. There are many not many tens of thousands, but there's over 15,000 people watching. So a lot of people are entertained on Saturday night, but they could have been watching some garbage. So this is obviously much better. I will read them all after I let these gentlemen.
1,000 minus 6,000.
Some that I thought.
Can we do like a 6-second closing or something
Absolutely. I'll do a 2-minute, and then because, well, you guys should we coin flip for close last? It's like a criminal trial, right? So generally the prosecution goes last. But I'll just say, okay. Well, then we'll let Dave go first. Someone says, make Dave define one thing in detail that Austin has said is word salad. Well, he did that. I think he did do that.
It's not that he's using words that aren't real. It's that he's stringing together words in a way that isn't saying anything.
Give an example.
Scientific terminology. I can't remember. You didn't say anything, so it doesn't really stick. Yeah, right?
The definition of word salad is incoherent rambling.
Yeah.
Typically associated with schizophrenia. So if I was saying, yo, chicken, yesterday, sunset, that, okay, whatever, dude. The fact you didn't understand the terms like anticorpuscular rays and anisotropic and magnetic declination doesn't make it word salad. You need to go inform yourself what the words mean.
I'm saying that those words don't pertain to any kind of explanation for what I was talking about. Magnetic declination isn't going to explain away looking at an object in the sky, seeing that it rotates a particular direction, going to the other hemisphere, and it rotates in the other direction.
Now you're trying to rebut my argument. You're trying to rebut my argument, but that doesn't. Don't just dismiss the argument as word salad. It's basically vocalizing inept vocabulary skills and bragging about it. It's super weird.
It's pointing out that you use a bunch of terminology rapid fire to make it sound like you know what you're talking about, to trick people into thinking that you know what you're talking about.
Somebody said this. I have a challenge for both Dave and Austin. Using your preferred method, model the Earth universe derived to the 9.8 meters per second. It's indisputable that falling objects accelerate towards the ground at that acceleration. Gravity is true. I'm a physics guy, so I think I don't want to like every question somebody asks. I don't want to like devolve into like a 20-minute, but I think Dave would say gravity, and Witsit would say density, right? Like. Yeah, but the 9 meters per second is consistent. It doesn't matter if the bullet
point is that it's derived from Newton's law of universal gravitation, and you need the mass of the Earth in there. If gravity was electromagnetism, the mass of the Earth wouldn't be a factor.
Okay. Well, you can get it from electrostatics. If you look at Gauss's law, it's a very similar relationship. But what's funny is it actually doesn't always fall at 9.8 meters per second squared. That is an agreed upon average. It's close to that. It's close to that. No, in a vacuum it changes. There's something called gravimeter measurements, which is a vacuum sealed chamber with interferometry measuring a BB fall, and it'll fluctuate above 9.81. Right now it's decimal points, but the point is that it fluctuates at specific times when the electric field changes, even inside of a vacuum sealed chamber. So yeah, to claim it doesn't have anything to do with electric field is insane. Prove that it's space-time bending and warping, or we're winning because we can physically prove it's electric. So until you can prove another claim, you don't have the upper edge at all. It's actually the other way around.
Let Dave reply. You cannot do anything with electromagnetism to demonstrate this. You cannot take objects of differing properties, paramagnetic, diamagnetic, ferromagnetic. Why does it not matter at all what the composition of an object is? It all falls 9.81 meters per second squared, not as the average, right? I know it varies depending on altitude and radius of the Earth where you are locally, but you cannot demonstrate any discrepancy. Take any object, a bar magnet, iron, ferromagnetic iron, anything. Show me that it does anything different than what anything else does that's neutral. Wouldn't it interact with the field in a different way?
Actually, there's a drop tower test that was done in Europe at, I believe, a university, and they showed different elements falling at different rates. And so this is the truth, though, that the electric field creates a downward electric current of 10 microamps per meter, so it's very small, and it's very nearly constant. So we don't expect the downward pressure to change much. That's a real verifiable part of physics. I can go out and measure it and manipulate it and make things float. Can you prove that space-time is bending and warping?
Of course not. You can just assume. No, you absolutely can. Relativity is very well corroborated, but you have absolutely zero ability, right? Opposite charges accelerate in opposite directions. In an electric field, right? So why again does nothing fall up?
Okay, because when the object is more dense, density is the
compactness of matter. So what holds the matter together? It's electrostatic charges that gives it a compactness. Literally, all molecular and intermolecular attractive forces are electrostatic in nature. And if you call that word salad, that's insane because that's just a direct quote.
No, it is word salad because you're not answering the question. You're just
direct quote from Purdue University, dude.
Purdue? What?
I just quoted Purdue verbatim. So this is the problem with listening to people like this guy. They're just going to dismiss this word salad. You can't have an intellectually honest conversation.
You're just it's just random. It's just random words. You just said density. I'm asking you why nothing falls up, and you answered density. Air is less dense here. Air is less dense here. In fact, this.
This is a scoop diamond /2x2 FTO. And this one is one that I printed. It was designed by Crystal, and it was basically an extension of the mini cube to be a reasonable. This one right here, designed by Manzi Cooper, was very large. I still have it around because it was the fastest cube diamond in the world. It's pretty unwieldy, if I'm being honest. Solely because extending a cube makes the size of the puzzle dependent on the interior cube. That's no longer a problem with this puzzle right here, which is the 2x2 FTO made by Diansheng. That's right, cubing companies are making even more non-WCA speed cubes, and this is one of 5 that I will be unboxing in today's video. Subscribe if you want to see me collect even more speed non-WCA puzzles. So this part of the video is being recorded on Earth. I can't help but point out how all these companies add like an extra unnecessary layer of plastic around their boxes. I don't appreciate it. That said, here's the puzzle. It's pretty good. I'm used to this size for scooped diamonds. Actually, I'm used to this size for pretty much any FTO. I don't know if it's faster for me, just because I am not used to it. Let's do a quick solve of the new Diansheng one. Alright, here we go. So my method for scooped diamond, as I showed in a different video, is pretty simple. I'm not speed solving right now, just kind of doing it for fun. But basically, I solve the corners first, and then the centers. I don't know if that's how most people do it. I don't know if there's like a better way of solving it. There's like a speed method now that they have the speed 2x2 FTO out. It is worth mentioning they did put these little divots. I don't know how well you can see it. Maybe on the gray side you can kind of see it. These little divots into all of the tiles so that you can kind of grip the puzzle better, which is interesting. I honestly wasn't expecting that on an octahedral puzzle. The next thing I'm going to be unboxing is the new Ready Cube. And the thing is, I've already played with the puzzle inside this box because I created for this at a competition with Josh, who you should subscribe to. I'm putting his channel in the description, even though he has very few cubing videos. But I got the original Ready Cube. A stickerless was the only one available back in the over the pandemic because I wanted a convenient cubing at home. So this was like the 5th event I competed in at a competition, even if it was like unofficial. And it was actually the first unofficial event that I competed in. It's got that adjustment system that I don't want to show off. It's better than the Yushin one. Also, Moyu has better quality control, so don't buy the Yushin one. They also steal puzzles, so definitely don't buy the Yushin one. Buy the Moyu one. I didn't like this like X in the middle at first. It's created by the gaps. I'm used to it now, honestly. If you don't mind that, absolutely buy this. That's like the only complaint I could possibly have with it. So the next puzzle on the list is the famous TE Void Cube. I have been so excited to open this. Alright. Okay, first turns are good. Corner cutting. It can actually, wait, it can actually reverse corner cut. Let's go. Oh my god, this is awesome. But I'm going to scramble this thing up, and I am going to do a solve on it. I haven't solved a void cube in a hot minute, so this will be interesting. We get to pick our orientation, so I guess I'll do this. This is making me realize how I haven't practiced 3x3 at all, and I have a competition to go to, like, this weekend. Gripping the cube is weird because I'm used to putting my fingers on these centers and they're not there, so it should be like this, and I think I have the right apron case. I do. Okay, so we got lucky there. We didn't get parity. You can get parity on this, and it's caused by the middle layer being rotated by 1. As you can see, that's 3 swaps, which is not allowed. I'll go into what parity is in a future video. But yeah, there's the void cube. Hey, if anyone from TE is watching this video, please stop making like a void sandwich cube and a void jelly cube or whatever. Make a void mega minx. Those haven't been mass produced in like actual decades. I want one. People would be all over that. Please make avoid Megaminx, it would actually be fire. I know you're not watching this, but you know, if you are, I got the Galaxy Master Killaminx. The box is really big. Let's see how big the puzzle is. These divots are huge, oh my god. Already it looks like it has some layer alignment issues. Oh wait, oh no. What is this? It feels, these inner layers feel way too loose. That's why we're getting like some alignment issues, I think. It also feels really tiny. Like here it is next to the Shinksho. Here it is. Like look at the size difference. That's actually crazy. So for comparison, here's the also tiny Killaminx and the more reasonably sized, in my opinion, Gigaminx from the same line. So you know the Master Killaminx. It's only slightly smaller than the Gigaminx, but still. So I'm doing some turns on it. It doesn't look like it turns particularly well, if I'm being honest. I don't really need a good speed Master Killaminx for any reason. I just like wanted one. Now I have the full lineup of speed puzzles from Killaminx to Gigaminx. These inner layers feel really loose, like looser than they should be loose. This feels like a little bit of a disappointment. The pieces like wobble a little bit. I'm not sure if I'm okay with that. But you know, it's okay. It's just a 4x4 Megaminx, and now I have one.
Yo.
Is that it? Kind of the start of it?
Yeah, I'm gonna attach these to the corners just for extensions.
Hard at work, huh?
Oh, this is the easiest job ever. I can procrastinate all I want. Hello, prime roll. Oh my god. I just random.
Head on your fucking shoulder, fat head. Little sassy. Like, look at him. He don't know where to go from this, so he's. I'm just gonna insult you Like, now see, everybody, all these stupid people on the internet, they be like, ad hom, ad hom, ad hom. These are ad homs. This is the definition of an ad hom. It's not an insult with an answer to a question. It's an insult in lieu of an answer to the question. You know what I'm saying? Drop a like, leave a comment, let me know you're here. But damn, Logic's back with another one. Today we're going to watch a very unique video that I am so happy to see. Dave Farina, Professor Dave on YouTube, he's a science communicator, is going to confront Lord Jamar. Everybody knows him, our favorite rap legend, who hates on everybody and thinks he knows everything, who's a flat earther. If you do not know, Dave is a very big, very, very big science communicator on YouTube. I believe he used to teach science, and I believe he has degrees in some field of science. I'm not sure on the specifics, but he's a very intelligent man that communicates science on the internet and despises and just abhors flat earthers. So he shows very little grace to them, and you guys know if you see somebody like that confront somebody like Lord Jamar, it's gonna be good. And the only reason they're confronting one another is because Lord Jamar was on Godfrey's podcast, basically trying to act like he was the smartest person in the room, while trying to tell everybody that the Earth was flat. And Godfrey even questioned it for a second. Before we have these laughs, make sure you leave a like.
I will.
Like, comment, sub. If not once, then all three. Now, let's get to the video.
Hey everyone, many of you saw my recent reaction video where I drank whiskey while laughing at a rapping flat earther named Lord Jamar, who was proudly demonstrating his unparalleled stupidity on the podcast of a comedian named Godfrey. Well, that reaction video set off a chain of impervious to even the most basic facts and logic, and he will not listen to a word I have to say, no matter how obviously correct I am. But when has that ever stopped me before? So I agreed to go on the show. Now, I will say that I went into this with the intention of remaining relatively cordial as long as possible, but Jamar began insulting me before I was even introduced, so I decided to just lace into him from the first moment. Even though my volume was dramatically lower than theirs, even though he was talking over me constantly, even though there was barely any attempt by Godfrey to moderate him so that I could get equal speaking time, I still took a big steamy dump all over him and rocks in front of his own audience. So much so, that after less than 20 minutes of interacting, Jamar threatened to leave the studio if I wasn't cut out. And then minutes after the live stream was posted to Godfrey's channel, it was pulled, undoubtedly because Jamar told Godfrey to pull it, since he knew how unbelievably stupid he looked.
How fragile can you be as a man to where you get a confrontation that you welcome by talking so, you be talking crazy, and then you say, pull that shit down because I look stupid. That's crazy.
But, my friends, you better believe I anticipated exactly this, so I recorded the Zoom session from my end. I knew that this exchange was going to be absolute gold, and I was not disappointed. With that context covered, enjoy this brief interaction with one of the dumbest people alive.
It's not fire in a vacuum of space. It's ridiculous. Let me get this right. Here's my thing. Man, if you fuck with Justin Bieber, like you just mad at the man and you talking about fuck him before he even on the show. Before he even goes on. You know why? When it comes to hip hop, right? There's questions I have to ask because he spent his life
Talking to Mike, man.
studying being a part of hip hop. To take the people that have spent their lifetime understanding physics, science, all kinds of things. Don't matter. It's absurd. It would be the equivalency if I put the internet here and I play this.
It don't matter, but he's making a valid point. You're discrediting somebody that spent their life doing something. You're discrediting them, and you're just a nigga that raps, and you think you know more than him. That's kind of crazy. Like you said, you spent your life doing rap. Can you imagine if somebody just discredited everything you do and love and built your life around?
The internet dude who got a couple of tracks and asked him about the history of hip hop. It's the same thing. One person.
And he can't even admit that. He's just so stupid and smug. He can't even admit that. That makes perfect sense.
Now,
You say science is right, that have been studying for a long time. But there are people who've been in these professions that are there to lie. Just like medical apartheid and against. How many people do you think it would take to lie to convince the whole country of something that they can prove on their own by going outside? Like, bro.
trained doctor, when you lie to black people about health, they're gonna say whatever money.
That money stuff could fall just on you to argue that it's following money. That argument can be used on you too. There's a lot of money to be made from flat earthers lying or just pretending that you know shit that you don't.
Nobody, no scientist is getting funded if they do not say what the money wants them to say.
What money? Scientists get funded by performing science. Whatever their field is, they have to do it correctly to get paid to do it. Not, hey, just say you work your whole life, 8 years of college, and we'll give you money just to lie. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, let's be real for a second. These people spend their life doing shit, learning these.
Hey everyone, many of you entire identity revolves around. Even though my volume was dramatically lower than theirs, even though he was talking over me constantly, even though there was barely any attempt by God to moderate him so that I could get speaking time, I still took a big steamy dump all over him and made him look dumber than rocks in front of his own audience. So much so, in fact, that after less than 20 minutes of interacting, Jamar threatened to leave the studio if I wasn't cut out of the feed. And then, mere minutes after the live stream was posted to Godfrey's channel, it was pulled, undoubtedly because Jamar told Godfrey to pull it, since he knew how unbelievably stupid he looked.
with one of the dumbest people alive. There's not fire in a vacuum of space. Go ahead. It's ridiculous. Before we bring Professor Dave, here's my thing. Man, let me talk, Professor Dave. Before he even get here. You know why? When it comes to hip hop, right? There's questions I have to ask because he spent his life studying hip, being a part of hip hop. To take the people that have spent their lifetime understanding physics, science, all kinds of things, and it's absurd. It would be the equivalency if I took an internet dude. That does not happen. If I took an internet dude who got a couple of tracks and asked him about the history of hip hop, it's the same thing. One person, you say scientists, right, that have been studying it for a long time, but there are people who've been in these professions that were there to lie, just like medical apartheid against African Americans. There are trained doctors. When you follow lie to black people about health, they're gonna say whatever the money tells them to say. Nobody, no scientist is getting funded if they do not say what the money wants them to say, sir. That's just science. No, it's not. It's real. It's a fucking fact. You don't get to science is a religion now. Science is a religion. It is not what you think it is. Oh yes, it is. And people worship at the altar of science. And these people are your new fucking deacons and bishops, and you believe that they have the power. They're closer to God than anybody else. No. Hang on a second. My whole disclaimer before we even start this bullshit, okay, is that, hang on, I issued a challenge, Godfrey, to even come here to talk to Mr. Whoever, scientist man, right? That if he can present me a working model of a ball that water sticks to the outside of it, yes, as it rotates, I'll gladly sit down and have a talk with him. He hasn't showed me such model. I can give you a model right now as we sit here. Oh, is Dave around? He's on. Can he hear us? A model right now. I can hear you. Hey, hi, Dave. It's Godfrey. How are you? Dave, are you Dave the scientist? I'm the one that contacted you. Are you Dave the scientist? He's the one that contacted you. Science communicator. Well, hey, how you doing? What does that mean? Science communicator. Science communicator. Okay. Well, here you are. You do not believe in the flat Earth theories, and you are. I've been taught that the Earth has been around for a long time, and when the flat Earth thing came around, I said, okay, what's this about? And then I listened to some of the flat Earth stuff, and you know what? Some of the stuff made sense. I was like, that kind of makes sense. And then, when you hear about what you've always been learning, I thought, well, that kind of makes sense. And then when I talked to, actually, Dave, when I talked to a fighter pilot, and then they go like 50,000 feet, way higher than the commercial jet. I said, have you seen the curvature? He goes, yeah, we see the curvature of the Earth. That's what he said. I was like, I've seen multiple videos where they say no. You talk about we're supposed to take care of your video over.
Do not have an argument or reason.
So Dave, who's gonna go first? Tell us, Dave, why you are
working on the design. I built Rubik's Cube.
How about that?
Yeah.
Flat Earth is the dumbest hoax in human history. Jamar just watched some videos by Eric Dubay, who just spews a bunch of bullshit, memorizes what he says, and repeats it and pretends to be intelligent. Instead, everything he say is so insanely stupid that it can be disproven with like middle school level physics.
Really?
So yeah, we can go ahead and you can
do it. Do you have a working model of a ball that has water sticking to the outside of it? Can you show me a working model?
A tennis ball.
Yes. But no. That's not water sticking to a ball. That's saturation of water on the ball. So I want you to show me where water sticks to the outside of a ball as it spins. It doesn't go to the equator of the ball and spin off. Show me a working model. Come on. Show me a working model.
The reason because the Earth is extremely massive and generating a very large gravitational field. When water falls off of a ball, whatever ball you're talking about, to the Earth, it's because of the large gravitational field exerted by the Earth. So when you're talking about water sticking to a ball, your desired demonstration of gravity fails because gravity exists. Things fall to the ground.
There is density and buoyancy, sir. Gravity is not some magical thing that makes things all drop to the ground. It depends the medium that it is in. If I drop something in the water, depending on how heavy it is, it's going to sink or float.
I want you all to talk, but I want to hear both.
First of all, this guy came out real disrespectful, talk about the stupidest shit. Like if he was in this room, I'd be smacking the shit out of him right now. First of all, okay,
Bullshit.
right, sir? You know that, right? You know that, right?
The entire body of scientific knowledge. Let me respond to the insanely stupid thing you said.
I want you to respond to my. Okay, we're gonna talk about what pseudoscience.
Okay, go ahead, Dave. Density is not a force. It requires a force to produce an acceleration. Things accelerate towards the Earth. Density is a scalar. It's not a force. You can't make things move. Buoyancy, there's a buoyant force, but it has gravity in the equation. Buoyancy only exists when gravity exists. Here's the problem with your density bullshit. You think that things fall down because the air is less dense. The air is less dense above the object too. So why the fuck don't things fall up? Can you explain that to me?
Fall up, you fucking asshole. Bubbles go up, you stupid fuck. Fucking evaporation goes up, you dickhead. Like what the fuck are you talking about? That's like, not a. That's like because it's lighter than the fucking density it's in. Does the fly defy gravity? How can a fucking tadpole defy gravity? You fucking shithead.
Pole defy gravity? What the?
Yes. How does anything swim through? If gravity is holding down oceans that are tons of fucking of fucking force, how does anything swim through the ocean? How do you fucking lift your arm, your legs from the fucking ground? You fucking cockbag.
Tout est Matthew insignificant more.
Doesn't that make sense? If you jump or if you throw a ball, you're exerting force and you are counteracting gravity until that momentum runs out. You throw a ball, it goes up, and then it falls back down. Why do things fall down?
Speaking of momentum, do things
No.
why do things fall down?
Why don't things fall up?
I can
Why do things only fall down?
Why do things fall up?
Why do things fall down only? Why don't they fall up?
Again, these things will rise.
Only with wind. Which is no, it's not. Only with wind. Things don't float. Nothing floats.
Doesn't the fall up? The air
Because it is dense. Because it is dense.
What's that?
The ball is dense. That don't even make sense. The ball is dense. If it's in regular air, it will fall to the ground. If it was in, say, a gel, if it was in a gel, what's the ball gonna do?
Okay,
It's just gonna stop there, right?
in the air. Why
It
doesn't it
depends on the medium. What does falling up have to do with anything?
No, because you think
He said there's no such thing as gravity.
why do things fall down to the ground?
Because they're heavy. Because they have density.
Okay, what is heavy? What is weight? Do you even know what weight is? What's weight? Tell me the definition of weight.
It's your fucking head.
Oh,
Your
you're
fucking
moving
shoulders, you fat head
So
bitch.
a little faster.
Look,
What
we're not gonna sit here and talk about
Well.
all these.
We're not going to sit here and define words that you don't.
Yes, define words. We're talking about what's heavy and what's light.
Yeah,
So what does fucking heavy mean, dumbass? You said the word heavy. What is heavy? What is weight? What is weight? What does that mean? You don't know the definitions of the words you're using.
Bro.
Should I define?
Okay. Tell them.
Yeah,
Tell them
define
weight.
weight.
Here I go.
Look it up if you
A
want.
body's relative.
that's
Oh, here we go.
great.
A body's relative mass or the quantity of matter contained by it, giving rise to a downward force. The heaviness, and then of course the heaviness of a person or thing
No, common sense is relative. $93 million miles on average. Pronounce us. Okay, so I already had a wither rose, thank God. Three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60, 61, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 72, 73, 4, 5, 6, 9, 80. Alright, now we need one of every. Now we need. Now we need one of every. Now we need one of every sign, Keller. From out of dash of wood. There we go, Jesus Christ. It's pronounced ass. Wait. Instead of oak sign the mouth. Well, we're keeping our trend from a year ago going then. We're gonna name it 1.14 oak sign the mouth. Then we're gonna do it for all these signs, all the other signs, like birch and birch.
It's how long it takes the Earth to spin around one time. So all of this 1,000 miles an hour bullshit is basically
Wait, what is it? What's the ordering?
once a day. It spins at how the rate of the hour is on a clock. Not so fast, is it? Well, pretty funny shit, huh? Yeah.
Uh,
Your response? Yeah. You're full of shit. Am I full of shit about what a day is? Is a day 24 hours? What's a day, dude? Tell me what a day is. First of all, yeah. What do we living on then? Because it's not flat. Because so some people say it's not. Some people are upside down on the ball. Are we upside down? Yeah. What's upside down? Why upside down? Because the ball has got a top and a bottom, correct? Does it? Yeah. Why? Because it's a ball. So y'all say the North Pole and the South Pole, right? Where's the top of the ball? And you said it's at the North Pole. Okay, the featureless sphere. Where's the top? It's not featureless. Y'all say the North Pole. But you no, and you the South Pole. You didn't say the Earth. You said ball. Okay, that's what y'all saying. We're on a ball. You said we live on the outside of the ball. So Dave, is the Earth you're designating the North Pole as the top and the shape of the Earth. That's fine. So now, how do we orient ourselves down? Where's down to us? Where's down? What do you mean, where's down? Is it towards the ground? Does down mean towards the ground? Towards the grass. The pole. Yeah. When you say down, you mean towards the ground, right? Yeah, that's the grass. So wherever the fuck you're standing on this thing, wherever the fuck you're standing, down is towards the ground. And now look how it turns. Look how it turns. Look how it turns, motherfucker. Look how the fucking shit is on the side of the ball. But you're standing on the. You have. This is how fucking dumb you are. This is how fucking asshole. That's how dumb you are. That shit don't make no fucking sense. It's on the side, and it's supposed to be on the axis. This shit is fucking ridiculous. That's why you think that there's a down in space. It's telling you there's no fucking down beside the thing. Okay, you gotta say who to talk to. Get him out of here. Do you get it? Get him out of here. Down. Well, you're out of here. Down is towards is what you do to your fucking father. Yeah. Oh, now we got the gay jokes coming. He's getting a little mad. Okay, kiddo, listen. Can you admit that you understand that this is down because you're standing on the fucking ground, and so you're reinforcing what I thought this would be a nice discussion. I guess it got a little bit aggressive. He's a pseudoscientist. So a pseudo. Thanks for the good shit. Thanks for fucking model. We're not going to even take you seriously. Answer me this. Why is this down in space? Where's down? Where's down in space? What does that mean? You never been to space. Why is this person? Nobody's been to space. So you don't know what is down in space. No. Stop. You're taking shit. You're taking somebody's word for it. Here's a guy that you think is upside down. Here's a guy standing right here. I'm telling you now, Godfrey. Yo, Godfrey. To what? Hey, Mike, look at that. Hey, Dave, thanks for you guys reached out. I thought it'd be great. Are you coming out here just because this fucking guy is no, it's not because I guess he's done talking. I mean, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, fuck you. He's definitely done talking because he can't handle somebody who actually knows what he's talking about, tearing apart all the bullshit that he says in the Eric Dubay videos. There ain't no Eric Dubay videos, sir. It is. You directly parrot every single thing that Eric Dubay says.
there are six.
I know your whole script.
71. 9 down. Very many to go. 1.14 is going to be one of the harder updates. We need to find an enchanted golden apple. Like we already have creeper heads, and we're going to need to get a wither skeleton skull.
You can't answer. Thanks for coming, Dave. Appreciate it. You guys really coming out? I mean, it's not. We're not gonna get anywhere anyway. I thought it would be like.
Alright, I'm gonna get off, I think. It was a good stream, though, I'd say. We're gonna get to work on andesite. We're gonna get to work on slabs and stairs. Slabs and